La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, impianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento di pensier di pensier.
Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast, coming to you live from Isla Vista, Santa Barbara County, California. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's a bit shy. A few quick announcements before the show begins. This channel is viewer supported, so please consider sending a super chat throughout the show. I will read super chats $10 and up. All super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. We've got channel memberships, Patreon, merch. All links for that are in the description. To become a channel member, hit that join button below. We have 6 different tiers of support, a ton of different perks. Check it out, guys. We are also streaming to Twitch right now, twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to us totally free with a Prime sub. If you want to be on the show or help with the show, DM @whatever on Instagram. Need some chat mods, timestamps, maybe some help with clips, studio hand, etc. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to have the guests introduce themselves. So please tell us your name, age, occupation, and/or school major. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kitty Lixo. I am 69.
What?
And...
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, why?
You're 69?
Yeah, I'm 69.
In what years?
Do you like older women?
Like dog years?
Yeah. I am an OnlyFans creator. You should check me out. And yeah, I live in LA.
Hello, my name is Jade, otherwise known as Not Jadesaur. I do dumb pranks to people and social experiments, and yeah, I'm gonna say some dumb shit to Brian later.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say some dumb shit back to you,
Perfect.
so it works out. But do you also do OnlyFans
Yeah.
as well? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Did you want to omit that from the show? I mean,
No,
Okay,
I don't mind.
okay. I hope I didn't just expose you, but okay, go ahead.
My name's Cam. I'm 18 and I'm a student. My major is biology for pre-med.
Student where?
UCSB.
Okay, rock and roll. Go ahead.
My name's Aaliyah. I'm also a student at UCSB studying biology, and I'm 18 years old.
Are you guys in sororities?
I am, yeah.
Which one? Wait.
I'm an AKO.
Okay, rock and roll. Go ahead, guys.
My name's Lupita. I'm 23 years old. I do Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
My name is Jasmine, and I'm 23 years old, and I'm studying the SBCC, and I still don't know what I want to study.
Okay, rock and roll. And wait, Jay, did you give your age?
Yeah.
Okay, 69. You're 69 years old.
Yeah.
What's your real age?
You want to guess?
You want me to guess your
No,
age?
I mean, you can if you want.
23?
Pretty close.
Up or down?
Up.
25?
That's close enough.
30?
That's down.
Oh, what? Okay, 27?
Up.
What? 29?
Up.
What?
Down. I don't know.
You got to tell us your real age.
Why do I have to tell you my real age?
So that we can
So you can
assess-
what? So you
so
can assess my
we can
fertility,
assess-
my egg count,
That's actually part of the show.
my valuableness to the world.
We during the show we actually tracked underneath the table. There's an egg count tracker. So
There is?
Yeah,
What's my
so-
egg count? I'm curious.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Do I look fertile to you?
That's
do I look like I should be barefoot and naked in your kitchen?
barefoot? I mean, at least some sandals or something.
No, I'm Asian. We do not wear shoes in the house, Brian.
Moccasins?
No.
Is that
Okay,
what-
maybe like bedroom slippers.
The bedroom slippers.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll get a pair from Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so you both do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You two.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been doing OnlyFans?
Since COVID started?
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Was that what precipitated wanting to start OnlyFans? Is everyone was locked up in their house and hey, might as well make some money? Is that?
Yeah, she got me into it actually.
She used my referral code on OF, but I got started because I started out as an import model, and so I already had like a following on Instagram. This was before they started banning everyone, and so I kind of converted those followers to OF subs and just got started from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you like it?
Nice.
How do I like it?
Yeah.
It's great. It's good money. It's like, you know, there's haters out there, but like, you know, you're making your own money and like your own brand. So I'm not ashamed of it.
Do you guys have a management company running your OnlyFans, or is it just all on your own?
Just on my own.
What about you, Jade?
I don't have a management company on my
Okay.
own also.
Do a lot of girls have companies like running the shit for them, or would you say most girls on OnlyFans, it's just they're on their own?
It depends, really. Like, I
Mhm.
think some of like the really big influencers have their management companies run it for them, and then they take 20%.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have like you have like assistants. Like I have an assistant that does like my social media posts. So like I'll send her all my pictures for the week, and then she'll queue them up and stuff.
Okay.
And she'll queue them on my like Instagram, and like she'll post my stories and my Twitter feeds and retweet and stuff, and handle the collabs. But I think management agencies were really big a while ago, but now girls are more apt to do things themselves.
Because I've heard stories of how, because I mean, some of the girls maybe they have such a huge audience that they can't respond to all the dudes that are messaging them, right? And I think that's a big way you monetize on OnlyFans is by having this interaction with the people that are messaging you. Have you guys ever considered, maybe I can optimize this by just having someone respond on my behalf? Is that a thing?
I think even though you have a lot of subs, like most girls have paid pages. So a
Yeah.
lot of my traffic comes from my paid page. So there's already that's already like a paywall right there that kind of weeds people that aren't serious out. And then on top of that, like I prioritize messages by how much they tip me. So if you tip me more, and if you're more like, if you engage more by tipping, obviously I'll prioritize you more. So that's how I prioritize my messages.
Yeah, how do you categorize the money that you make on OnlyFans? Because I mean, there's the initial sub, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's tips, like you said, and then I guess people can make requests.
Like customs.
Yeah,
Customs. Like
okay.
the more custom it is, the more niche it is, the more money you make off of it. I would say I make maybe like 10% of my income off of customs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there limits
PPP.
to what you're willing to do?
No, I'll do anything for money, Brian.
Anything?
No, yes.
Anything,
No.
okay, all right.
I won't do anything poop. I won't do anything
What?
scat or anything. Okay, I'm not allowed to say that.
You can say that's fine.
No poop and no like pee or anything or like bodily stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jade, what about you?
I mean, yeah, I do that. Like if they request it, like I have some weird customs. They ask for like poop videos, pee videos. I just give it to them. If they want it, they pay pretty good for it, honestly. So
How much would someone have to pay
so,
for
like,
that?
$250 to $300
Okay.
per maybe like a 5 to 10 minute video.
You need to charge more than
Of
that.
you peeing?
Really?
Yes, you need to charge. Because customs are so hard to do. Customs or like I don't like doing customs because it's just like me doing a solo video myself. I don't, for some reason, is different than someone saying like do this and this and get this camera angle. I would say you can charge up to like $600 per custom. That's what I know a lot of girls do actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're selling yourself too cheap, Jade.
So like of the stuff that you guys do on OnlyFans, I mean, of the different ways that you can make money, you know, there's the initial sub, tips, customs. What would you say the bulk of your revenue comes from?
PPV.
Yeah, I would say like custom videos.
The customs.
And
Like
custom.
masturbation, JOI, which is like
Oh, yeah.
jerk off instructions. That's a big one. People love that.
Jade's
Okay.
very good at JOI because she's really good at telling people what to do.
Really?
Yeah, she's amazing at that.
Okay.
You're amazing at that.
Can you tell the chat to do something?
Oh, what do you mean? Like tell the chat to jerk us off?
I mean, Sure.
Tell the chat how to jerk on.
Oh God.
Oh, that's a little inappropriate for YouTube, I feel.
Let me tell the chat to put cucumber emojis in the chat.
Hey, sexy boys. How about you take out your big, hard cucumber and start putting it on inside the chat, please? Please and thank you. I want you to see your big cucumber. I want to see your big ass cucumber in the chat. Give it to me now, please.
Okay. By the way, actually, you know what? I recently acquired OnlyFans.com/whatever. And I'm thinking of trying to do something, so maybe involving cucumbers. I don't know. So maybe after the show, you can give me some advice on the OnlyFans game.
Would you ever like do nudes?
Like me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, would you perform
Would you
actually?
sell your cock?
And balls.
It's no, I wouldn't.
But you have a lot of female fans that would want to see naked, right?
I don't think I have any. I might have like 2 female fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have like a lot of gay
It's like
fans?
mostly, probably more gay fans than female fans.
Oh, there you go.
So
Like,
I mean,
there's a big market for that.
I suppose.
So
I was thinking maybe Kiki, like take some photos with Kiki and stuff.
using
You know?
her?
Like she could be, because she's got the parts.
Oh, you could give her the cucumber.
That could
Oh.
work. Wow.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
There
Thank
you go.
Thank you.
Maybe for later.
And so for as far as the content that you guys do, is it all solo content or do you fuck?
So sometimes I have when I have a boyfriend, I make content with my boyfriend. So fucking content.
Really?
Sometimes.
What about you?
Yeah, I find guys sometimes off of like Hinge and like dating apps, and I have a couple guys that I shoot with. So I do boy girl content, like everything.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question, if you guys
Yeah.
don't mind. How is finding guys to do that? Like, is that hard? Like, you say, like, you just, like, find guys on Hinge. Like, do you just reach out to them and be like, oh, hey, like, make a video with me? Like, how does that work on their end?
It's got to be like in the context of finding them and then just like being on the dating app as like a regular girl and then like going out on a date and getting to know them. And then if I like them, I'll just be like, I'll tell them like, hey, I do OnlyFans. Like, I need some talent. Would you mind just like holding the camera and doing like POV while I like suck you off or something? And usually they're like totally game for it because their faces aren't in it, and they like,
Okay.
and it's kind of just like making a sex tape with, you know, a girl that you met online. Yeah.
Or you get your friends, like your guy friends, to like help you out. Just say, oh, hey, I need like a favor, and then can you like help me make a video? And then usually like guy friends are always down for that.
It's a power move.
Wait, when you ask for help,
Yeah.
like fucking or just film, like actually just filming?
No, you gotta get them in slowly first. Like you can't just jump all in. Like you
Okay.
gotta like get them like do some like a photo shoot, like a sexy photo shoot to like get them warmed up.
Oh wow.
And then you do like video of you like masturbating. And then you jump into the third part, which is like, oh, can I give you like a blow? And you go from there.
You ask them to edit your videos
Oh,
first.
yes.
ask them to start editing your videos just to get them used to the idea.
Do they get any of the proceeds?
No.
No.
I mean, they get you, so like that's like a gift.
You're the prize.
You're the prize. Yeah.
Okay, so you said for you'll have your boyfriends, if you have one at the time, they'll film with you. So, I mean, you've been doing OnlyFans for what, 2-3 years now?
I think, how long was COVID? Like
We're
a year and a half?
coming close to 3 years, I think.
Oh, 2 years? Damn, 2 years then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you had multiple boyfriends throughout this time period?
I've had 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you've only filmed with 2 guys then?
yeah.
Okay. Got it. Really, Hinge? That's where you find the dudes?
Yeah, I mean,
Just
like,
like-
I've dated a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, so I'll meet them on Hinge because, like, I could go mainstream maybe and shoot for, like, a major studio, but I feel like as far as
proper porn.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
feel as far as monetization goes, sometimes it's better to do things like I want to own my own content. I want to have creative control over it. And then
Yeah.
also I feel like if your content's already out there, it might be harder to monetize. So I choose to keep it behind like a paywall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How frequently do you guys post?
Every day.
Every single day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta tease them every day.
Tease them.
Every day the cock gets hard. So.
Yeah.
What?
And make sure they're thinking about you all the time. So I post like 2-3 times a day because like they should just be thinking about you. They're like our online boyfriends.
That's how you make them obsessed.
So you post every day, but you're not taking photos every day. Maybe you'll have what, 1-2 days a week where you just take a bunch and then spread that out kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. How much do you guys make on OnlyFans?
So you make the big numbers.
I'm in the
Yeah,
top
sure.
0.1%.
Yeah.
Top 0.1%. Okay.
Yeah, so
You're the top G.
I'm not a top G. I'm not like
Okay.
Kazumi status, but I'm trying my best.
How much does she make?
She makes like 100,000-200,000 a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make like a quarter.
You
of
can
that.
say it if you want.
I,
Do you want to give us a range?
yeah. Okay. I make between 20 and 60,000 a month.
Oh wow. What about you, Jade?
I make about 25 to 30K a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. UCSB girls. Okay. Anyways, do you recommend like people getting into OnlyFans? Like,
I would say if you really, that's tough. It depends. It really depends. Like if you want to have a career later on, I would say don't do it. So like if you wanted to go into corporate, everyone's going to find out later on. And then stuff leaks on the internet really easily. So I'd say
it's forever.
Yeah, it's forever. So I say be careful. Not everyone should do it. It's not for everybody.
Damn.
You know?
But I mean, the numbers you're saying, I mean, that's
Well, we love money.
that's super.
Yeah.
I mean, even out of university with a degree, most people are probably looking at 60, 70K a month, or sorry, a year
Yeah.
salary. So, I mean,
But it's also not forever. Like you have to realize that there's like the timeline for this job, so it's really
I
important.
mean, you're 69, so.
I am. That's except for me. I'm not
You-
talking about. I'm the exclusion.
Yeah.
But there's a timeline, so I feel like in order to like, if you really want to commit to doing OF or like porn or something, you have to really manage your money properly. Yeah.
Save up.
I mean, there's like MILF stuff, right?
Oh,
There is. Yeah, there definitely is. There's a niche for everything, but it's like, you have to think long term? Like, do I want to be doing it at like 69 like me?
But so you guys also have the podcast. Like that's how I found you guys. I saw one of your clips on TikTok, and you guys talk about like dating and sex and stuff. So, would you guys consider the podcast to kind of be more your side hustle, and OnlyFans is like your primary thing that you're focused on, or are you guys maybe thinking, how can I maybe transition into like either Twitch or the podcast?
Yeah.
Or are you guys thinking always OnlyFans?
Well, I think for me, OnlyFans is more like a supplemental income. My main hustle is like I'm in acting school right now, so
Okay.
eventually I'm gonna stop and just like delete it, make a new name, and then try to get into Hollywood, and that's my goal.
Like legally change your name?
Just change my username.
Oh, change your username.
Just not and then use my
Okay.
real name for acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you're currently in acting school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I could tell you're a theater kid.
Oh, you could tell?
Yeah.
How?
You just theater kid vibes for sure.
Oh man, they really fuck you up in acting school though.
I believe it.
There's a lot of like crazy shit that
I believe
goes
it.
on.
Have you been practicing a monologue that you want to do for the?
No, I've only been doing scenes.
What?
I don't
What
have-
kind of scene? Oh,
So right now I'm playing like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. So you know the scene.
on. I got something for you. Where is it? Keep talking amongst yourselves.
I love American Psycho.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I read the book and
I love
the movie.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
I love that. I love his acting. Like he's so psycho. He's so fucking crazy. Like,
It's so funny to me.
but it's really hard because I really have to it's method acting, so you have to really get into character.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to like imagine a time where I felt very
Psycho,
they said start with torturing animals.
What?
Like my teachers recommended this. They're like, oh, think of a time where you like abused an animal at one point. That's how psychopaths are created. They start by abusing animals and then they abuse humans later on in life. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking for a little prop I have here, but I want to ask. So, are your parents? What do your parents think? Like, are they supportive? Do they know?
My mom knows. I think both my parents know actually. My mom is supportive of me because my mom's Chinese and she likes money. So she saw she saw it come in and she's like, "Oh, okay, you can keep going. You can keep doing it." What is that?
All right, do the scene.
Wait, What is this?
It's Huey Lewis in the News
I don't know.
from American Psycho. Do you like Huey Lewis? Here, I'll do it.
I don't know.
Here, I'll do it. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News? Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste, but when Sports came out in '83, they really came into their own, both commercially and artistically. Okay, cringe. It's
good.
You said you're doing a scene from American Psycho.
Yeah, but I don't know that scene.
The scene where he kills the guy with the axe?
I'm doing the scene where he has the girl, his assistant, in his room.
Have you seen the full movie?
I've seen the full movie,
Oh,
like
okay.
very high though.
Okay.
I smoked up, so I'm like,
Moving on. Moving on. Okay. And did you mention about your parents? Like, what do they?
Yeah, so I don't have a close relationship with my father, and with my mom, she knows that I do something in like she's seen the podcast. She knows I do something like sexy online, but she doesn't really like. She hasn't seen my OF, but she like knows how much I make, and she's okay with it. You know, I'm an
Okay.
adult.
And do you guys so outside of OF, do you guys do any sort of arrangement type stuff?
Like sugar daddy stuff?
Sugaring or?
I used to have a sugar daddy,
Okay.
but that was like a couple years ago. This was before OF.
Okay.
But yeah, in the past I have.
me too.
Do you guys have any patrons who are whales?
What's that?
A whale, just someone like your one patron, maybe 2 or 3 patrons, that they're the ones that are just dropping like a huge portion of the money. Like one guy that's just dropped 10K total.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll come back to the OF stuff. I've got more questions on that. Let's do a couple super chats here. So let's see. Just a reminder, guys, all super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. I'll read super chats $10 and up. We got Logan Paul here. I want to get pegged by Jada. Are you?
I'm down for that, dude. You want to get pegged? I never pegged a guy before, but I've always wanted to.
You have a desire to.
I have a
peg
desire. I
someone.
want to try it out. So
Okay.
Ryan, are you down?
For you to peg me?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk after the show. We'll see what.
Have you ever had anything in your butt?
No,
Okay.
not like that, but
Okay.
it can be arranged.
All right.
Kidding. I'm kidding, guys. Michael Trilstein, thank you for the $1 super chat, man. Appreciate you. What? Just highlight it. I'll get it later. Sorry, guys. YouTube won't let me gift tonight because I maxed out. L. Susan. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube would have a limit on how much you can super chat. That just seems stupid to me for whales like you, Michael Trilstein. But thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Free Joe Exotic. Yes. Michael Trilstein, by the way, guys, if you don't know, he is Free Joe Exotic's attorney.
Really? For real?
No. But he's like he's trying to get him out of prison. So Michael Trilstein, $10 super chat. Pink haired Asian beauty, third girlfriend, yes or yes?
Yes, of course. Wait, are you? Oh, you're a white male. I would have to. Here's the thing about white guys. It's not like I think white guys are attractive. Most of the time, sometimes, but I also feel like Asian guys don't get enough representation, and I'm really close to my culture, so I prefer Asian guys, but I don't discriminate at the end of the day.
What about Latino men?
Yeah, people of color typically
okay.
I like to date, but like mostly my dating roster has been Asians. Like in my OF, I only like premiere Asian guys in my OF because I feel like there's not enough Asian representation in porn, and people need to see Asian penis.
Word?
Yes.
Word?
Yeah.
Okay. But so what about black guys?
Black guys, I've dated black guys earlier on, but it's hard for me to shoot with them just because their dicks are so big. It hurts.
Jade can confirm?
I've seen black dick, but
Okay,
I've
you
never
have not.
touched it.
Okay.
Like I've seen it on Pornhub, and I don't think I could handle. Honestly, and to be honest, I don't think it's too big.
Oh.
It would kill us.
Yeah, it just
Wait,
penetrate our stomachs.
But okay, so as far as dating goes, you said that you don't date white guys.
I've had one white boyfriend who was quite older, like a lot older than me.
Okay.
He was like 115. No, but
Well, she's 69, so I mean,
I've had one white boyfriend. It was okay. I just think there's like a big cultural difference. Like I had to eat a lot of like his food, and when it came to like meeting my parents, like he didn't understand why we had to bring them fruit. And he was just very opinionated on certain things. And then, I don't know, I just feel more comfortable dating Asian guys. And I also feel like now that I'm older, I feel like there isn't enough. Like, I feel like Asian guys do really get the short end of the stick as far as like being able to date and stuff.
It's true. I mean, it's definitely true.
Yeah.
I think I was looking at the statistics, and Asian women marry outside of their race twice as frequently as Asian men do.
Yeah.
So I think it's, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's on Wikipedia. I think like there's 150,000 Asian men who are married outside their race, and then it's like 300. No, it's got to be more. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's twice as much. So yeah, I definitely feel like Asian men are discriminated against.
Yeah.
When it comes to dating.
Like, I'm not saying I'd like discriminate against white men, but if you were to if I was to like compare like an Asian guy and a white guy who like had around the same personality, same type of and stuff, like every time I would go for the Asian guy. Not saying that I would just like not.
I think that's fine. It's your preference. I think people can have preferences. So
I think the most common is like Asian. I think I saw on TikTok it was like 70% is like Asian female, white male.
yeah.
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 Which is good for you,
Yeah.
right?
Word. Yeah, I guess.
Do you have a type?
Do I like? I wouldn't say I have like a major racial preference.
Uh-huh.
I'll date a white girl. I'll date Latina. I'll date Asian women. I'll date a black girl. Like, I will say I've had probably a disproportionate amount of Asian girlfriends.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Not exclusively. I mean, one of my long-term relationships, she was white. But yeah, disproportionately for some reason.
How many Asian girlfriends?
Well, there was the Vietnamese girl, and then there was the
Hard to remember.
Chinese?
That's a red flag,
what-
Jade.
Wait, why?
You know what? You guys, you guys did a video on this, which we will react to. But I've dated a couple Asian women, but I definitely wouldn't say I have like a Asian fetish or like yellow fever or whatever it's called. But actually, on the race thing, does anyone here like have? I don't know if we should. Is this chat? Is this like TOS? I don't know. One thing I've heard when it comes to the race thing though is that, and maybe you can weigh in on this, is that black women have a strong preference to date black men. Do you have like any preference there?
No, I don't think I have any preference. I don't think.
Got it.
Yeah, and none of my girlfriends have any preferences.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I typically don't have a preference, but I do like black guys, and that actually yeah, I do have a preference.
For black, that's totally fine.
Oh, please tell me more.
It's okay to have preferences.
But yeah, I have a preference. I would say more like I like men with color.
Dark skins or light skins?
All of them.
All of them?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
No, well, I don't have a preference. My man's my preference. So.
Is he Latino?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I think like men with color as well.
Okay. R.I.P. for Brian tonight. No, I'm kidding. But Michael Trillstein, thank you for the $10 soup chat. We have, once again, Michael Trillstein with the subsequent $10 soup chat. Thank you, man. Is that Jason the Chad from Vegas's sister? Oh, Jason was on last show. I do not believe they are related. Michael Trillstein, get the membership, you frugal Mariposa. Okay. Yeah, we need some, guys, we're like 6 memberships away from unlocking our next emoji slot. So please consider becoming a member or gifting a membership. Michael Trillstein with the $10 soup chat. Third girlfriend has large boomerangs. I believe, Kat, he's talking about you.
Shake them boomerangs.
Oh. Oh my God. And then we got Mike Davis here with the $10 soup chat. OF ain't the easy money it once was for these degenerates during the pandemic. Stimulus, unemployment, etc. ran out. They should be voting Trump 2024 to put some more bread in the, I'm not gonna, you almost got me, Mike Davis. I can't say that word. What? Okay, never mind. Do you want to read it? Because I'm not allowed to say that word.
What? Oh.
Never mind. Okay.
Wait. Is that the guy in the picture?
Yeah, actually, can you scoot the picture frame
Picture?
that way so
Because
he's kind of like part of the...
That's what I was looking at the whole time.
Keep scooting.
He's like, bro. There we go.
Yeah, well, oh, by the way, Mike Davis, are you still in the chat? We got something for you. This is going to blow your mind. I spent many an hour working on this last night. Eric, can you go ahead and pull it up? So guys, we scoured the internet for pictures of Mike Davis. And as you guys know, he is a proprietor of at least 7 Burger King establishments on the East Coast. And we found you, Mike Davis. I know you've been trying. I know that you've been trying to hide your identity, but we found this photo of you in one of your Burger King restaurants. That's right, Mike Davis.
Wait, this is actually real? Like, this photo's real? Like, wait, no, like, seriously.
That is Mike Davis. Everyone thinks I'm joking about the Burger King thing. That's Mike Davis.
Mike Davis
in a burger.
is that guy.
It's that guy. That's Mike Davis.
He owns or he manages Burger Kings.
Yeah, and
Like,
Eric, can you pull up the
what?
other one too? The next one. And this is also Mike
That
Davis.
looks photoshopped.
Yeah, no, we've photoshopped these. So this is Mike Davis. This is his the third. No, actually, this is his first chain that he opened. So yeah, Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it, man. So we got Everyday Edgar here. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Hopefully Mike Davis is still in the chat and caught that. Everyday Edgar, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it, man. To the 2 Mexican girls next to Brian. Don't listen to these OF304s. This is how you end up alone. Everyday Edgar shooting shots. Would you guys like to respond to Everyday Edgar?
You're lonely, but you're
lonely.
rich.
Will you be our boyfriend?
We buy boyfriends. No, I'm joking. You don't get that lonely. We have a plethora of men. We're not lonely.
You have a plethora of men?
What do you mean by that? By a plethora of men?
I mean, like fans. Like you could just like pick anyone. I feel like a female.
Pick anyone to what?
To date or fuck.
Wait, would you date a fan?
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like you wouldn't be attracted to a fan.
I've been
They're
attracted
like,
to fans.
really?
before.
They're like customers. You got, don't you? Well, I don't know if you can give away the game, but like to some degree, don't you kind of look down on the customers to a degree?
No. I mean, they're the ones that are effectively like paying my bills. And I think like OF does sound really cheesy, and it sounds like to people that haven't experienced it, it sounds cheesy, but like you do really get kind of deep with people on like a personal level. And at first it is like transactional, and it always will be transactional, but you do get to understand people and like the reason why they're on OF, and like they are humans and they realize that I'm a human. And then I've had, you know, some of my best customers subscribe for a while, and then, you know, they'll hit me up after a couple months and they'll be like, hey Kat, like I found a girlfriend, like thank you for like being there while like after I've been drunk on those nights I've been lonely, but like I just like it's time for me to leave. And like, yeah, and I'm happy for them. So you do really form friendships and like bonds on OF.
So have you dated any customers?
I have not dated.
Jade, what about you?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Is there any, because I mean, some people do escorting, right? Like a lot of porn stars escort on the side.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys ever considered that?
Oh, Nicole.
Like how much would you charge? And you might not even, that might not even be something that you'd be down to do, right? But like, have you ever considered, hey, $20K for a one-on-one
No,
date?
I feel like that'd just be like that's like a lot different than online sex work, even though it is sex work.
Yeah.
We did have a conversation on our podcast about how much it would take for us to fuck Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
I said I'd do it for a Tesla.
Oh yeah, I remember now. For a Tesla or a house or something.
You said a house.
Oh,
I said a Tesla.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Was this? Oh well, okay. Jesus Christ.
He's face palming himself. Damn.
Okay.
Would you sell yourself?
For what?
Like how
To
much
who?
would you sell yourself for? If say like
How much are you gonna pay me to let you peg me?
how much would I pay you to
Yeah.
let you? How much do you want? Like what's like your
Make an
minimum?
offer.
Would you do it for like 200?
Fuck no.
Well, then how much?
Fuck no. Listen,
Yeah.
you think I'm cheap. You think I'm a cheap bitch.
500? What do you want, Brian?
Huh?
What do you want? 1,000?
I'm expensive.
5,000?
I'm expensive, Jade.
10,000?
I'm expensive, Jade.
Oh my god.
Wait, how much would you do it for then?
To get pegged by Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say do it for free because it's priceless.
You know what? I'm a businessman. So
So let's hear a price.
I want 5% of your OnlyFans earnings moving forward.
Everyone wants a piece. Look
Everyone
at that.
wants a
Look
piece
at
of the
that.
pie.
Like a vulture.
Oh my god, that's smart. But then you'd have to
I
like
want
do
the
work.
residuals. I want the monthly
So
But
would
then
you
you'd
let
have to,
her
like,
post
make
it?
videos of posting me
pegging.
pegging you
Once a month. We have an
Yeah.
appointment. A
Yeah.
pegging appointment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's only fair.
I'm kidding, guys. Chat. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyways, okay, so what was I gonna ask? Oh, okay, so actually, let me do the super chats, and I have one more question related to OnlyFans. But Mike Davis, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Okay, wait, already did that. Wait, did we do this one? Next one.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
that one.
We got, hold on. Davon Jackson, good to see you back in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. That's the scene he kills Jared Leto. I appreciate the impression. Yeah, it's
Wait, he doesn't kill Jared Leto in the movie. No.
Yes, he does.
in American Psycho. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
like an axe. He puts on this raincoat.
It's like the main conceit there, like that he's jealous of Jared Leto's character.
I thought
she
Jared-
was very high when she was watching it. So
Yeah, so I did forget a lot of it.
we got. By the way, guys, just a reminder: $10 and up to read the chats. Crispy Kim, thank you for the $10 super chats. By the way, that's Jason, who was on the last show. Brian, hypothetical question, since I know you're a man of God. If you were to go on a date with Fun Lee, I like that. How would you not pay for the first date? Okay, so this came up in our last show. So before I answer that, we'll get the table's take on this. Who should pay on the first date?
The guy. Unless I'm not interested in him, then I will offer to split it.
Okay.
If he wants.
Jade?
I think the guy should be a gentleman and pay for the first date.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm honestly kind of 50-50, but I'm just going to go like what I've done in the past and offer to split.
Mhm.
And if he goes, oh, I got it, then it's his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I think if it's like we're going on a date and we're going to like it's pursuing a relationship, then he's gonna pay, or there's no second date.
So let's say the guy, you're really attracted to him. Date went great. There's the chemistry. But end of the date comes and he says, hey, let's get separate checks. Or you ask the waiter for separate checks. Is it a wrap?
Yeah, like
Even
why
if
did
he's
you ask
great.
me out to that place then if you can't pay?
Even if he's great.
Yeah.
But okay, I have a question for you. You're pretty young. You're 18, right? You're
That doesn't
you're in
really
college.
matter.
Most
Okay.
people are just like in college. They're not going out on proper dates. It's like meet at a party. Let's hook
Okay.
up. Especially here in Santa Barbara.
I had a guy take me to the weekend concert, Pitt tickets. So honestly, if a guy isn't gonna pay for a first date, don't take me to that place, and you're not gonna get a second date.
Wait, but in the example you just gave, did he pay?
For the weekend tickets?
Yeah, he paid.
Oh yeah, and much more.
Okay. Well, I mean, for something like that, if you're going to invite someone for like an event like that, then you'd pay. Yeah, but
Well, if you're gonna invite me on a date, you would pay.
okay. What do you guys
Yeah, I
think?
agree with Jade. I think the guy should be a gentleman and pay.
Okay.
I agree as well.
Okay. So pretty much besides you, the guy should pay. Now, would you say 50-50, right? But are you going to feel a certain type of way?
Yeah, I
if
think
he
it
does like
depends.
take you up on the 50-50 thing?
Yeah, I think it depends, kind of. Like,
How
if
so?
it's a nicer place and I was asked to go somewhere, of course I'm going to offer to pay and only order things that I know I can afford. But then it's like, you want to go 50-50, so you obviously don't like me as much. You don't want to pursue a second date, like, or it's just the fact that what I ordered and what you ordered, the price doesn't really match up and you can't afford both of ours. So, you know, it really just depends on what I feel, what I gauge the situation was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also I also want to emphasize that if it's like a first date versus like a relationship, like obviously if I'm dating the guy, like I'm gonna pay, like I'm gonna have a share with him, like. But like first date, if the guy asks me, he like slides into my DMs or he like whatever, like if he's asking me to go to a specific place, like he should pay. He's the one inviting me out.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna make the table pretty angry at me. So I don't believe. Actually, before I make my point, really quick, going around the table, do you believe in gender equality?
Oh my god.
And would you consider yourself a feminist?
I would definitely consider myself a feminist, but I mean, gender equality in like what context? And just like men and women are biologically equal, like all across the board. I mean, I think there's definitely differences in gender, but I feel like if you're going to talk about our value in society and like how valuable we are, of course we're equal. I think we offer different things. Each gender has different roles that we are more biologically like inclined to take. So in that aspect, no, I don't think we're completely even.
Okay. Jade, your thoughts?
No, I don't believe in gender equality. I think men are mostly CEOs, and I feel like they run the world. So, what's the opposite of a feminist?
You're Andrew Tate.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
I feel like men hold a lot of power in the world. So
which men? It's a very small proportion of men.
like maybe like 1% of the men hold a lot of power.
Right.
So, but like for example, say there's a guy like asking girls inappropriate question versus a girl asking guys. There's always like a two-sided. It's not fair, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if a girl were to ask a guy inappropriate questions, that's okay on the internet. But if a guy were to ask a girl inappropriate questions, that's like not cool.
Yeah.
And then
we've done that prank video. We've done that as an experiment.
Oh yeah, and
Well, so I mean the video was this is one of our crazy viral videos back in the day. It was called asking people for sex. I had a girl go up to guys, just point blank say, "Hey, think you're cute. Do you want to hook up? Do you want to have sex?" And first off, just the responses from the genders were different. The guys said yes, and then I did the version where I'd go up to girls, just point blank, say, "Hey, I think you're cute. Do you want to hook up? Do you want to have sex?" Actually, most of the girls, like some girls got offended, but most of the girls just laughed. They thought it was funny, but they said no, right? But then, like when we've showed the clip to the panel before, they're all like, "Oh, the girl one's okay, but the guy one's that's like inappropriate, creepy." Yeah. The girl one's cool, but anyways. So okay, do you believe in gender equality, feminism, or do you consider yourself a feminist?
Do I consider myself a feminist? Yes, but I think that there's kind of like a different definition for feminism, especially for white women and more so people of color. I don't really align myself with white feminism per se.
Okay.
Like to give you an example, like
is there Latina feminism?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I would say it kind of divides with people of color and then white feminism, but so much so like it's maybe I should just say intersectionality.
I would agree with you that the origins of feminism were extremely racist.
Yeah.
Especially they wanted to exclude black women,
Yeah.
but and I'm not a particular fan of feminism, but and I'd have to tell you what my definition of feminism is, but your take.
I think that gender roles are never going to be equal, honestly.
Okay.
And so you can try as hard as you want to like make things equal, but like it's never going to be equal.
So would you consider yourself a feminist?
I'm kind of on the fence with it.
Okay, that's totally fine. Go ahead.
I don't consider myself a feminist because I am a stay-at-home mom. So my man's the breadwinner. So I don't think I really. I don't think
it wasn't me. It was Eric.
I don't think I really believe in like gender equality, and I think that's also part of like the Hispanic culture. Like it's very like we're not really feminists. Like we're more of like, oh, the husband's the breadwinner, the wife stays home and takes care of the kids and the house and stuff like that. So yeah.
What do you think?
I think I'm a feminine. Sorry. I think I am. I think that like women also have power to do most of the things that men do, but I don't know.
It's good. Do you have a kid too?
No, I don't.
Okay, got it. Cool. I don't know why I'm derailing the conversation a little bit, but okay. So I guess my question, and I still need to address the super chat here. How do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also thinking that, and I know some of you didn't, but maybe more so for you two. You said the guy should pay on the first date, but you also believe in gender equality. How do you reconcile that?
I said I believe in gender equality as far as like saying that like men and women are equally valuable in society. But I don't think that we have gender equality as far as like certain roles that we take on. So
Okay.
I think males are naturally, biologically even like fall into more of like the care or like the hunter gatherer like role. Like they bring like back in the caveman days they were bringing back the food and hunting the food, and then women were like the caretakers of the house. So I think I have a more traditional ideology from that aspect.
Gotcha. All right. So I guess where I was going with this is I won't pay on the first date.
So how do you do it?
Huh?
How do you do it then?
So I'll pay for my own food. I'm not expecting the girl to pay for me, so I believe in like the 50-50.
And you've had Asian girlfriends?
Yep.
That is so surprising.
We are in California. It's pretty liberal. I mean, Santa Barbara is pretty liberal.
I feel like for most Asian girls, I don't, maybe more Americanized Asian girls, less traditional ones, I feel like maybe they'd let that slide, but
They were like their parents were immigrants.
okay.
So like they were born in the U.S., but parents were immigrants. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, actually, no. One of the girls she was a simp. She paid for everything.
The Chinese girl, right?
The Vietnamese girl.
Oh wow.
So,
Surprisingly.
like to just right off the bat?
Yeah, she'd like just bring me food all the time and pay for everything. To be fair, we didn't like go out a lot, but she'd just like bring over food and shit.
Wow.
She's also wait, no, I'm not gonna say
Why'd
that.
y'all break
So
up
like
then?
your mother?
She was crazy.
Like, what did she do that
That's
was
the
crazy?
trade-off. See, that's the trade-off that you get.
the crazy
okay?
hot
like, that's
matrix.
What you deserve, that's what you wanted.
Oh, because of the food buying?
Yeah, because if she's going to be a simp for you, that means she's fucking crazy for you, so she's going to control every other part of your life.
Well, no, I was in charge, but she would pay. She was like a simp.
Wait, but then how was she crazy?
She had borderline personality disorder.
She's like very needy
Well,
towards you?
I'll say this. The very first time we hung out, she went through my phone and got pissed at me. Like, first time hanging out.
Red flag. Abort,
Yeah,
abort,
it was bad.
abort.
I ended up dating her for 5 years, but that's that was, do not recommend. But
Wow.
I was young and naive. But okay, so to get to the date thing, yeah, I don't really pay on the first date. There are some exceptions where I will pay. But
What are the exceptions?
okay, so I'm 33. If I'm dating someone like who's say like between 18 to 23, if they're like in college, then okay. But first date, nah. Did you want to say something?
No.
And I'll tell you why. Well, okay. Gone are the days of people being truly single. Like, people are dating multiple people at the same time. So I would feel bad if I like adhered to my traditional gender roles of paying for a date if the girl's like fucking 3 other dudes. Or fucking 1 other dude, 2 other dudes, 3 other dudes. Like, for me, it's just, I don't even want to, no offense to anybody here, but maybe I'm old fashioned. Like, I want a girl to be truly single, even off rip on the first date. If she's got another guy she's entertaining, she's sleeping with this guy over here, that's fine. You can do it. But just for me, like, I don't want it.
Would that mean that you're also truly single on the first date, or?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like,
What's-
yeah,
what's the
like,
trade-off?
no,
Are you
yeah, like,
single,
what's the
Brian?
trade-off? Like,
Yeah, of course.
well, like, is that
No.
like
It
a yeah,
has
of
to
course
go
I'm
both
lying, or like,
ways.
yeah, of course
like,
I'm being
I'm
female?
really on, like, I'm super busy. Like, I'm really on my purpose. Like, I'm working really hard. I got my business. I don't have time to be like juggling 3 chicks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for it. So like, if I'm talking to a girl, like if I sleep with a girl, for sure she's the only one I'm sleeping with. Yeah, like, I mean, most people, they're going to be maybe dating, but like sleeping with a girl, yeah, I'm probably just one at a time.
Right.
Because I'm not interested in one night stands either. Like, to me, it's a waste of fucking time for me. Like, if I'm going to go on dates and like do all that, do the whole dance or whatever, like, I want to pursue that. It's not worth it to me to sleep with a girl one time and then never see her again.
So are you like dating for marriage per se?
No.
No?
No, I'm not going to get married.
Ever?
That's so
No.
What if you fall in love?
Yeah.
We can be in
Are you
love.
upfront with that?
I could-
with the girls that you date? Do you tell them that from the get?
If they ask, I'll tell them.
Okay, then
If they ask.
every girl should ask then. Every girl
Yeah.
But
asks.
no, but I mean, I could have a life partner, but marriage.
Wait,
no.
why?
That's a
What's
rip.
what's the difference?
Because men lose in marriage overwhelmingly.
What
I
about?
feel like
I mean,
women
hit her with the
lose.
prenup. Like
Well,
that's
maybe
like
you
a whole
guys, because
thing.
you guys might end up being the breadwinners in your relationships. Because I mean, you guys are high earners, but like the way that the court system is set up and the way the marriage laws are in most Western countries, no fault divorce, like it's women are incentivized for divorce. They're incentivized towards divorce. They get half, they get the money. So it's just, and then you get the government involved, then you got to pay for the lawyers. And it's just, why do we need the government involved in our love?
Well, from a woman's perspective, though, like I don't think it works in favor of women because the older women get, the more like it sounds really crude, but like the more they depreciate, right? So like you could divorce your wife at 50 and then start all over and marry a 25-year-old girl and just be just fine. And even though she gets half of your money, she doesn't necessarily want to start all over, and she can't get like a 25-year-old guy. And if she does, he might just be in it for the money and he's going to leave her. Like she can't, it's hard for her to find true love where it's not as hard for you. So I feel like that's the trade-off right there.
I mean, in the past, it made sense because women were not engaging in the labor pool as frequently as men are. But now, I mean, women are going to college. Actually, there are more women in college, and there are more women who are getting graduate degrees or undergraduate degrees. I think it's like 60-40 is the split in universities. So in today's day and age, they're making their own money. They're getting their own bag. So the alimony laws are outdated, and there's a bias in the court system against men. So it's just a bad bet. And then you get divorced, and also women initiate like 80% of divorces.
Wait, is that a real statistic? Can we
Yeah.
like fact check that? That's like, is that in the almanac or something? Like, I feel like that's a
It's-
made up statistic, Brian.
No, I
No,
think it's real.
Women
Women
initiate
initiate
Well,
80%. Like, how do you know who
can I ask
initiates?
Can I ask you? We can go around the table on this, and Jason, I will get back to your super chat on the first date thing. Of the breakups that you've had, would you say you've initiated that more, or has the guy initiated that more? Of the times you've had to either break up with someone or say, hey, I don't want to continue seeing you. So I guess that's not, because sometimes you've been seeing someone for 4 dates. That's not really a relationship where you're going to do a proper breakup. But of the times you've ceased a relationship of any duration.
I think it's been half.
Half?
I've only had like 4 relationships.
Okay. So 2 times you were dumped and 2 times you dumped them.
Yeah. Later, like
Okay.
I feel like my last 2 relationships, I ended in like the beginning to they
Okay.
ended.
What about you, Jade?
No, I started the breakups except for one.
Okay.
'Cause One guy like fucked me up.
He fucked you
He was
up.
like very toxic. He wrote in a diary about like little tactics to do, like how to sleep with women. Yeah.
He had a diary?
He had a
Did
diary.
you read it?
I read it. I did read it.
Was
like,
it
when
hidden?
he was cooking. No, he left it on the table. It was like he wanted me to read it.
What the?
So I was confused.
Did it also have his body count, like his?
Yeah,
his
every
bodies?
girl that he's dating, like he had like a list and comparison, and he would compare all the girls.
Oh, like all the girls he was dating at one time?
No, I think in his past, in his
Oh,
whole
just
like
like
past, and he had a whole diary.
Archiving that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, how many were there?
I would say there was like 4,
Oh, that's not. I thought it was gonna be like 50.
but like detailed, like paragraphs on each 4 and their
Wow.
characters and their personalities. Yeah, he was toxic. Yeah, it's all
Wow.
good.
God damn. Wait. So okay. So, of all the times you've had to say, "Hey, I don't want to see you anymore," you'd say all but one you initiated.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've actually never really been in an actual relationship.
You know what? I forgot to do this at the beginning. We need to do the shoot. We'll do this. So I forgot to, normally I do this like after the intros, but we started talking about the OnlyFans stuff. So we'll go around the table really quick on this. Jason, I will get back to your super chat. Current relationship status, longest relationship, and are you on any dating apps? And that includes seeking arrangements. Go ahead.
Current relationship status, single. What is it?
Longest relationship, and are you on any dating apps?
Longest relationship, 4 years, which is my first relationship. And am I on dating apps? Yes, Hinge.
I'm currently single. My longest relationship was 3.5 years, and I am currently on Coffee Meets Bagel.
Current relationship status, single. Longest relationship, never been in one really. On dating apps, yes, Tinder.
So you've never been in a relationship.
Not like
what is the longest period of time that you've seen a guy? Maybe he didn't end up becoming your boyfriend, so to speak, but what's the longest period of time?
I mean, I didn't have a lot of time. I've been focused on school, really. Like
0?
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I've talked to people, like, text them, and then, like...
But you've been on dates before, right?
Yeah.
Have
and
you...
it'll be, like, 1 or 2 dates, and, like, that's it. So, like...
And you ghost them, or they ghost you?
It's more just, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, well, I'm doing school, and you're probably doing school or your job or whatever you have to do. It's more like, you know...
Are these like one night stands?
No.
Are you a virgin?
Like, I don't want to answer that.
Okay, that's a yes. Go ahead.
My current relationship status is single, and the longest relationship I was in was on and off for about 2 years.
Okay, rock and roll.
Yeah.
By the way, no shame at all. Like,
no, you're good.
Props to you. Go ahead.
So I'm actually married. So that's my longest relationship I've been
Congrats.
Thank you. I've been with him for 9 years.
Oh, shit. High school sweethearts?
Yeah.
Is he watching right now?
Yeah, he is actually.
Nice.
That's
What's
so
up?
cute. Oh my gosh.
My current relationship status is single, and my longest relationship, I would say 3 years. Yeah, and I'm not on any dating app.
Okay. Good times. Okay, so where were we going there? Okay, so of the men who you've dated, I remember. Sorry, guys. Here, let me play this for me. Of the times that you've had to break up with someone or the relationship, whatever, however long it's been, are you initiating the end or is the guy? Getting tongue twisted here. Sorry, guys.
You're asking me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In my on and off relationship, it was mostly him up until the end. And then
Can you tilt the microphone down towards you a bit? And can you just project your voice just a little bit louder?
Yeah, sorry.
You're fine.
In my 2-year relationship that was on and off, it was mostly him. And then the last time it was me. But in like little things I have or like situations, it's usually me.
Okay, usually you. Go ahead.
So I've only been in one relationship prior to this one, but I broke up with him because he was kind of boring. So
he was boring.
Yeah.
Okay. So your current husband is extremely exciting and
he
captivating.
is. He's the opposite of me. Like
I
he's
see.
super outgoing, and I'm like shy.
Okay, got it. What about you? Do you more often end it, or does the guy more often end it?
I think I do, because I just tend to change my attitude or like the way I text them because I'm not interested. So I think like then I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk to you no more, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, just I guess where I was going with this is that it's a bad bet for men to get married for a myriad of reasons, but one of those, it's more likely, women are more likely to initiate it. So.
But does that like, I don't understand why that, like, maybe it's because men later on in life, maybe they like cheat on their wives. Like, do you expect women just to like stay with their husbands after being cheated on? Like, maybe the man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't really, I don't feel like that really says anything. That doesn't say that the woman's divorcing the man to get half his money.
No,
especially now
not
when you say that women make their own money, right?
Not necessarily. Well, okay, I'll say this. So 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. I already said that. 90% of child support payments go from men to women. 97% of alimony payments go from men to women. It's a really bad bet for men. Like, you shouldn't enter into a contract with someone who's rewarded for breaking it. And by the way, I have a list here of some men who have been divorced.
You can sign a prenup though. You can like contractually like say, put these things on paper and still be, and still be part of like, still raise like a nuclear family, a traditional family.
Well, the issue with prenups is prenups can get thrown out. And very often, like, all the woman has to say, or I guess the man could say it too, if the prenup is kind of unfavorable towards him, I was under duress, I was pressured to sign it, and then it gets thrown out. I mean, I think with Dr. Dre, the prenup he had with his wife got thrown out, and he got took to the fucking washer. She took him for like, she wanted like 6 figures a month in spousal support. It's just like fucking, I mean, I know he's extremely wealthy, but shit's fucking crazy. So yeah, prenups get thrown up. Guys, I'm telling you, prenups are not ironclad. Like, they can be maneuvered around. Even if you have a lawyer draft that shit up, they can still come after you. And also in some, I'm trying to think. In Canada, you're from Canada, right, Jade?
Yeah.
There was recently a case where, oh, you're also from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric, I don't know if on the other window you can pull it up. There was this case where this guy wasn't even married to a woman. It was just his girlfriend, super wealthy guy. They were living together, I think, just his girlfriend. And he had to, not married, he had to pay her after the breakup, not for child support, but support, because he was providing her with a certain lifestyle or some bullshit. So even if you're not married, guys, if you're in Canada, Canada's a lost cause, but no offense, Jade.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Eric, pull up the article if you can find it. Something like Canada, man has to pay girlfriend, not married. I don't know. So, try to see if you can find it.
How did she do that? Like, she really finessed him.
Yeah, how did she do that?
Good for her.
No, bad
She
for
had the best lawyers in the world.
Bad for him, good
probably.
for her.
that sounds like a really outlier case.
That is
because
It is an
crazy.
outlier, but
if you're getting married though, I feel like if you're married, like if I marry someone, like my income becomes his income. Like, you're a team. Like, you can't see it as like me versus them, or like, oh, like you're gonna take advantage of me. Like, I feel like if you're really gonna like be in a marriage, you have to see it as like, we do this for each other. There's no like, oh, I did this for you, you did this for me. It's just like, you guys are one unit.
okay. I mean, I'll give you that if you guys have, if your income potential or your earnings are commensurate, then sure. If you're a guy, I mean, there's some other downfalls too, because I mean, divorce, then the lawyers get involved. I mean, if your incomes are equal, you guys are probably going to still lose money, both of you, because you got to get the lawyers involved, and then so that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, if your girlfriend, your future wife, is going to be a breadwinner, or you're making the same amount of money, then there's like less of a risk from the financial component. But it's still a bad.
Look at it as a business. It's love. It's marriage. Like, I feel like, who hurt you, Brian? Like, are you like, who hurt you?
It's not about who hurt me. It's just the marriage is a partnership, and it's a financial one. I mean, there's other components to it, but there's a financial component to a relationship. And actually, most marriages, the leading cause, I think the main cause of divorce is financial issues. So, I mean, of course, I think the financial component to it is definitely important. I mean, love, that's cool, I guess. But, yeah, it's just, sure, if your girlfriend's making good money, then I guess, okay,
It's only
get
okay
married.
One way. It's only okay one way.
But if you're the breadwinner, then you have to make a more calculated decision about. Also, the thing is like, the only scenario where I would genuinely get married. Okay, what are the vows, right, that people say? Till death do us part. 50% of marriages end in divorce. That shit ain't death till you part. So people's words mean nothing. Like, till death do us part, that has to mean something. If I'm going to marry a girl, that shit's for life. Like, there is no, I mean, yeah, I guess I could be divorced, but like, I would have to be so fucking certain that she's the one. And even then, like, shit changes, you know? Who knows what could happen? I'm sure most people, when they get married, they're not anticipating, yeah, we're probably going to be divorced in 3 years, you know? So, but I don't know, people's words don't mean anything. Like, if I say for life, me at least, I mean that shit. So, but I have a list here of some men who have been divorced.
Okay.
Is this like a random kind of thing, or like you just like you had people like, if you're divorced, like tell us why? Like, is this from a random generated pool or
Of men?
Yeah.
No, these are celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Like very high status men that if they're getting divorced, what chance does a regular guy stand? Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Dr. Dre, Ryan Reynolds, Tom Brady, Lance Armstrong, Alex Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, Chris Rock, Ben Affleck, Chris Pratt, Liam Hemsworth, Ben Stiller, David Duchovny, Orlando Bloom, Tiger Woods, Sean Penn, Sylvester Stallone, Paul McCartney, Ryan Felipe, Jason Momoa, and Michael Jordan.
Those are not legit,
All of those
like, data points.
Some of those,
They're
of all,
divorced though.
Yeah,
They're
but some
celebrities.
of those, like those guys did some pretty mean things to their wives. So obviously their wives are gonna. You're not gonna stand for that, you know, like.
I mean, most of these guys are good guys. Some of them maybe.
How are you gonna say they're good guys and you only see the public perception of them? You don't know them personally.
I don't know. Brad Pitt's kind of a fucking legend in my book. But
Brad Pitt? Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
Brad Pitt, like, there's literally like pictures of his ex-wife, like, absolutely shouting with joy, leaving her lawyer's office for like.
Cause she gonna get the bag.
Bro, because he's probably like crazy, bro. Like,
no, honestly, and here's the other thing, like, you gotta worry about with marriage and like having children, is they can manufacture false accusations of child abuse, spousal abuse, like, and they're gonna use that to as leverage in divorce proceedings and custody disputes. So, I guess I'm saying these names because these are very high status men. A lot of them are exceptionally attractive, wealthy. If high status, super good looking, high status men, wealthy men can't keep a woman, what chance does the fucking average guy have?
Because they're probably cheating on their women
all
the
like,
time.
We're saying like things are superficial and stuff, and then you go back and we're like, we don't want anything superficial. But it's like behind everything else, behind being super attractive or super rich, you could also be really terrible, and that takes a toll on people. You know, like, I don't understand why somebody would just stay with a guy like, he's emotionally and mentally abusing me, but he's so hot and he's so rich. Like, no one realistically is going to do that.
I don't know.
And obviously their wives didn't, because they got divorced, or at least some of those people.
I don't know. My sense is that, yeah, maybe some of these guys, there was some infidelity going on, but come on, Brad Pitt, hello?
Brad
Pitt can't fucking
Bro,
keep a
do you
woman?
want to marry Brad Pitt so bad? Like, you're
you know what?
dick riding him so
I
hard
would.
right now. You
Gay for
definitely
pay.
would. Honestly,
Brad Pitt, my DMs are
everything I
open.
need to know right now.
You know what? I would have an asexual romantic relationship with Brad Pitt.
And would you marry him?
No sex,
Would you
but
marry
like,
him?
I'd fucking be
Marry
his
him?
partner.
You marry him?
Would I what?
You would marry him?
Sure.
Mm.
And then if I...
And then
Well, he's
death
like-
do you guys part. You guys are just forever together.
Bro, I'm
get
not
your
g-
graves
I'm not-
together.
I'm
Like,
not
get
gonna
everything
front.
enshrined. Like, wow.
I'm not going to front. Brad Pitt is hotter than a lot of these chicks out here. I'm just going to say it. Sus. Okay.
Are you sure you didn't want to be pegged for cheaper?
Right, yeah. Like, the warning signs are here, okay? The closet, glass. It's okay. Power to the people. We're in a liberal area. Like, we're all really good people. I may not be super rich or good looking, but you can trust me.
Wait, so you want to get in on the pegging?
No. I want you to come out to me. That's what I want.
To come out as what?
Asexual, gay, like, whatever you're comfortable with, you know?
Wait, chat.
This is a comfortable thing.
Chat, come on, guys. Would you guys go for Brad Pitt?
Bro, Brad Pitt is so
Chat.
ugly.
One in the chat if you'd
No.
get with Brad Pitt.
I don't think Brad Pitt is attractive anyway. So.
I don't either.
Yeah.
He's
And the
he's
fact that you chose
ugly.
Brad
Pitt,
Pitt, so
is
mid.
Brad Pitt
out of Ryan
Mid.
Reynolds is crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
You had
Brad
Ryan
Pitt.
Reynolds in that list
in
and
the
you
chat
chose
saying
Brad
you're
Pitt.
sus.
He's a great actor, though.
Yeah, he's
You
a
guys would
thespian.
not date Brad. Hold
Absolutely
on.
not.
No.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
go one by one. Would you date Brad Pitt?
No.
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 Well, you're married.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds.
What?
You had Ryan Reynolds
You had
in that
literally
list.
anybody else, and you chose Brad Pitt. Like, really? Be for real.
Brad Pitt is, I mean, Ryan Reynolds, personality-wise, I don't know.
What?
don't know.
Deadpool
Why?
man
Why? I
himself.
don't know. On Ryan Reynolds. He's a stud muffin.
Brad
Exactly.
Pitt has the more, Ryan Reynolds is funnier, but Brad Pitt just,
Brad Pitt.
in a zombie
More intense. He's more
apocalypse,
intense.
in a zombie, although Brad Pitt's kind of old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is sus. Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Wait, don't show Eric. Don't show this. Don't show
Keep
that.
it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
Okay, last
Keep
one.
it
Last one.
going.
There we go. There. Lone tardigrade. Jesus Christ. Okay, I've super derailed this conversation. Okay, I gotta get back to the soup chat. By the way, guys, get your soup chats in. Let's see. So okay, I want to get back to.
You okay?
Is it hurting?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a little.
Ah.
I might
Yeah.
change out of it in a bit.
Okay. If you want, you can just pop that piece off, like just here at the table, like the.
This piece.
Yeah, just the red thing.
I
if
think
it,
the
if
No,
it-
no, no.
the
The
whole
Oh, the
thing
whole
thing
thing's
is
just.
tight. Yeah.
It's like tight on my chest.
Okay.
It's all good. I'll like
All right.
stick it for like 5 more minutes and I'll like take it off.
Or you could just leave it on the rest of the show. I mean, then.
You want me to leave it on?
Yeah,
the rest of the show? You
it
like
looks
the
good.
Is,
I think it looks good.
Is that your fetish?
The-
Probably
what?
anime
The-
girls.
What?
Sailor Moon?
No.
Oh.
No.
But you really wanted me to wear this.
Whoa. It was like a passing. It was like a passing. Like, Jade. I mean, if you really want. I mean, to be fair, you were in like pajamas. So I was like, how can we spice up the attire a little bit? You know.
She was in sporty gear.
And
It
I
was
feel
sporty.
like
It was-
more people are going to sub on your OnlyFans wearing this than what you were wearing before. So I was
think
looking out
if you're
for you, Jade.
uncomfortable, you should change.
Yeah.
Jade, I was looking
Yeah,
out
if
for you.
you're
You're
uncomfortable with
change.
change.
Yeah.
I thought your outfit was cute.
Yeah.
I would wear it.
It's on brand for you. It's
Also,
sexy
by the
and
way,
sporty.
are you guys going to do a promo code for whatever?
What
Like
do
for
you
you guys' OnlyFans, you guys should do a promo code. I'm not saying give me a code. I'm just saying do a promo code like 10%, 20% off.
It's already like 75% off. Your first month is like $5.
Okay. No. All right. So let me address the who should pay on the first date thing. Okay. So pulling this back up, Jade, can you read this? Because I know you're dying to read it.
Brian, hypothetical questions. Since I know you're a man of God, if you were to go on a date with Fun Lee, how would you not pay for the first date?
So I'll tell you what I'll do to not pay. First off, you can do some shit that's free. Go for a walk, go to the beach.
Oh God, I've got to walk.
You can do that. I'm not really big on that. I'll typically meet for like coffee or tea, or because I'm not a big drinker, I don't really drink like that. Sometimes I'll meet at a quiet lounge. I don't like bars or clubs, so I don't party. So quiet lounge, have a glass of wine, a beer. Here's what you do, guys. Here's what you do. You arrive early, 5 to 10 minutes early, and it depends. If there's, I mentioned this in the last show. If there's a waiter, if you're early, the waiter comes up and you're like, hey, separate checks at the end before the girl arrives. So it's not an awkward thing. Like when the waiter comes, you have to beforehand say separate checks.
Wow.
Or what you do if you arrive at the bar or the lounge early and there's not a waiter, you go to the bar, you already get your drink, then you go sit in the booth, and then you already have your drink, because even if you're 5-10 minutes early, she's going to be late. She's going to be 5-10 minutes late anyway. So you get your drink, then you already have your drink. Then when she arrives, she's like, you say, oh, I already got my drink. Go ahead and get yourself a drink. I'll save the table. Boom. Wow. And then you don't have to pay. No, never do food dates. Don't do food dates.
Oh my God.
But then how do you get them to like go out with you?
What do you mean?
On coffee, for example. How
I'll
do
be
you
like,
get-
let's meet at Starbucks at 7 p.m. or whatever it is.
But do girls agree to that? Do like a majority of girls
Agree
usually-
to meet me for dates? Yeah.
for like coffee or like
Yeah, coffee or
Or like
like
a
a
walk
drink
in the
somewhere.
park.
I don't do walks. I'll meet either for coffee or I'll meet for like a drink.
I feel like there's
I've got some spots.
Oh really?
Yeah. The
And-
Ritz is good.
Can I just ask a question? So
Yeah, go ahead.
So you've been using this tactic for a while. Like, how many of those like stuck? Like 30, because you're 33. How many of those stuck from like say like 29 to like your current age? I'm sorry, I keep on banging my nails on the table.
No, it's fine. Don't even trip.
Yeah.
So And by the way, guys, you're gonna lose girls if you do this shit. But here's the thing: I'm a man of principle. I am a man of principle. Wow. And listen, I'm an egalitarian. I believe in equality. So
Do they get mad at you?
Do they get mad?
Yeah, when you do that, do they ever like throw you shade or anything?
The thing is that Santa Barbara is a pretty liberal place, so a lot of the girls they would probably identify politically as pretty liberal. So I mean, I feel like I don't know. There's a lot of women who are like feminist until the check comes. So I've definitely lost girls because of it, for sure. But like, I'm not. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not all, Jade. It's not all about the
You
money.
have
It's about the
Pitt,
love.
You have your co-host to keep you company. That's what I think.
Yeah. No. I mean, look,
Solid
guys. If you do this
relationship.
shit, especially if you do this somewhere that's not as liberal as California,
Get a sex doll.
you're gonna lose girls if you don't pay for girls on the first date. But yeah, it hasn't been a major issue for me. So.
It's not because we don't have the money to pay for our own meal. You know that, right? It's not because it's like we're too cheap to like.
It's the principle.
Yeah, it's the principle.
principle.
Of it. He's making it sound. Oh,
Wait,
like
why is it the principle that the guy should pay?
Well, I feel like in order for a big indicator of how invested a guy is into me, I think is like how much monetarily he'll invest. And I'm not saying like how many gifts he can give us, but it's like acts of service and just something as little as like paying for a meal. It doesn't have to be like a really expensive meal, but just the gesture of like paying for a meal, I think, is a way to kind of gauge if a guy is serious about you or not. If I was to go on a guy who wanted to split the check, I feel like he's not really serious about me or he doesn't like me.
I mean, I would actually counter and say that in today's day and age where there's women who are going on dates specifically to get a meal out of guys, it's called a foodie call. I'm not saying all women do this, but definitely there are women who do it. Like, I actually think if we want to talk about determining the seriousness in which we're engaging in the courtship process, I actually think women should be paying the whole fucking thing. I turned this shit on you. Here's why. I'll tell you why. Because men, like, if we go on a date with a girl, like, we have a genuine interest in at least sleeping with you.
And that's like all we have to ourselves is just like to sleep with us. Like,
well,
here,
like,
I guess.
okay, I'm sure women will go on a date with a guy because they're bored. They're like, I got nothing better to do.
No, not
I guess
really.
I
Not
guess
really.
some women, not all women, but some women will go, and guys don't do this to women. Well, one, because they can't, because there's an expectation that men should pay on the dates, but women will go on foodie calls. So they have no romantic interest in the guy, and they will just go on the date just to get a free meal, get a free experience.
That's so rare. I feel that's
I feel like that happens to like the 1% on Reddit, and they're like, "This happened."
Yeah,
like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, lock in.
They actually, it was a university
That's
in
just like
Southern
escorting.
California. No, there's a university in Southern California. They did a study on this, and something like 33% of the female respondents said that at some point in time they did do a foodie call. Come on, you don't have a guy in your phone that's food, Uber. Come on, Jade.
I'm gonna admit, yeah, I've done that before. I made a guy like order me like Uber Eats when he's like living in another country, so I've done that before.
Yeah.
But the guys are so willing to do it. Like,
simps.
Yeah,
like
Simps.
I mean, if they want to do it,
I'm not gonna openly like go through my phone and see these messages on Tinder and like scroll through them, and like there's men like begging to like take you out. Like, they're doing it to themselves, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is sort of the whole idea
So like,
of
if you
whoever
want to be
asks
taken
should
seriously,
pay.
act serious. Make it clear that you're serious about what you're doing.
I could have totally serious intentions to date a girl and not want to pay for her shit.
But like what?
like,
But
make it
you're just gonna
upfront.
promise her that with your words that you say don't really matter, especially in like a marriage situation.
But, like,
So,
how
how
many-
do you show her that you're not just trying to fuck her and use her? How does she know?
But how many times does a guy pay only to hit it and quit it? Like, I don't think a guy paying is a great metric of this guy's going to take you seriously.
It's a better metric than him asking you to split the check. That way,
Do you think it's more likely that he'll hit and quit it if he has to split the check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
In my eyes, like if you're pursuing a relationship and you ask the girl on the first date, you would pay. But like if you're just trying to like be friends with benefits or like something, or it's like further in a relationship, like something like that, like it would be fine to split it because it's not as like formal as like wanting to pursue a relationship with this woman that you're asking to go on the date with. You're taking this person there. You're asking that for them to come meet you there or wherever, however it's getting to this location. Like you're putting in the effort, so you might as well just finish the effort that you're putting in.
No, I mean, listen, I realize I have a very peculiar position. I think a lot of men would disagree with me on this also. A lot of men disagree with me on this one. But it's just the shitty hill that I'm going to die on, I guess. Like, that's just my position, you know? And it, like, look, I've already said it. Guys, if you do the whole, you're going to lose girls. Like, some girls want the guy to pay. It's going to be a turn off or whatever it may be. So, but to me, I'm like, I'm an egalitarian. I am a true egalitarian. So,
I mean,
step
like,
up.
In my experience, the one date that I went on, I offered to split it because I knew I could pay for my food.
Based. Fucking legend. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're a legend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, but you know, thank
okay.
you for the
Yeah,
yeah. He paid for it, right? But then I said, "Oh, if you're down for a second date, then I have the next one," and that's what I did. Like that, I feel like it's a trade-off.
Okay.
You know? Like
that, and that's nice of you. The thing is, though, is that a lot of dates don't make it to the second date. That's the other thing too. Like in the past, when guys were maybe there's a greater expectation for men to pay. In today's day and age, the likelihood of a first date going further than that is greatly diminished. Like back in, you know, say even 10, 20, 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, if you took a girl on a date, there's a pretty good likelihood that there's going to be a second date. There's a pretty good likelihood that it's going to go further. I mean, the further back in time you go, bro, 1950s, 1960s, first date, maybe you go on 3 dates, you date 3 different guys, and then the third one, that's your husband. Today, like, people have so many options, so there's a greater financial burden on men if the likelihood of any given date goes the distance. I mean, I can speak from experience. Like, I would say most first dates for me don't go past, I'd say 50%. I'd say about 50% of first dates don't go past the first date.
Right. And so, like, would you say that that's more like you should reflect and, like, see what you can improve on for the next date? Or, like, are we, like, working towards, like, bettering ourselves for, like, a new date? Or are we just kind of, like, wallowing in, like, us, like, oh, dang, there's, like, no other date? Like, what are we doing here?
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't understand.
Like, so you don't get a second date, you know?
Yeah.
Assumably, like,
she could just not like me. It's not necessarily that I did anything wrong. Maybe I did do something wrong, but
right.
I mean,
And
women
no,
often
like,
talk about chemistry, and like, you know, the thing is that, well, sorry, go ahead. I'll continue with your question.
No. Like, I just want to know, like, so say you really like this girl, right?
Yeah.
But then there's no second date. Do you ever, like, reflect and you're like, wait, dang, like, what did I do wrong? Because obviously there's a pattern of dates not making it to the second date, hence why you're going on more dates, right? And you're catching yourself in this position. So, like, are you reflecting on, like, why these dates aren't being, you know, pushed further? Or are we just kind of being like, oh, well, time to go on a new date, and then be like, well, it's her not being into me.
Are you saying that I should try to be persistent?
Like,
because I mean,
I'm asking, like,
I'm not like a pushy guy like that. Like,
and that's perfectly fine, but I just want to know, like, are you
if
reflecting
if I fuck up on a date, I'm gonna be like, okay, I did this wrong. I gotta maybe adjust here. Maybe I was a bit nervous. Yeah, of course, there's reflection, but I mean, sometimes it just comes down to, and sometimes I don't want to pursue it too. Sometimes I don't want to have a second date. But yeah, certainly there's some degree of, you know, and sometimes it's just it wasn't a match. And I mean, what I'll do is before I even go on a date with a girl, I want to hop on the phone and talk for like at least 20, 30 minutes, feel it out. Cause I want to, like, I've done that in order to potentially avoid the whole date. So I can, like, get a feel for her.
Right.
Cause, you know, you can text and everyone's real fucking clever when they can have a few seconds to think, and you know, you can feel things out much better over a phone conversation. So almost universally, I'm going to hop on the phone with a girl before I meet her in person.
Okay.
So I'll screen it there. And I've definitely opted to not go on a date with a girl that I was otherwise thinking about going on a date with, because we had a phone conversation. I was just just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. Maybe, and it also gives them an option to opt out too. Maybe they don't like my fucking voice. You know, whatever the fucking reason may be. It gives both parties an option to opt out. So I'll always do a phone call before a first date. So yeah, sometimes in person, like I'm kind of weird. So I don't know.
Weird how? Like
Oh no,
see,
I'm
here's
not.
the reflection. Like we're building on something. Where's
Oh,
the
okay.
weirdness
So-
coming from?
Yeah, I'll lay back in the couch. So I mean, like, I'm not super flirty on dates. Like I'm not like, bro. I'm a nerdy fucking dude. Like I don't have game. You know, like I
You
can.
do?
What's that?
Yeah, you do.
I have game.
You have game.
A little bit.
You have a lot of game.
I'm not like a cool guy.
Cool guys aren't
I'm
cool
not-
though
I'm not a
anymore.
cool guy,
Nerdy
you know?
guys are like definitely in
They're in,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, but no, it's just I don't know.
Like you could go up to, you can get a girl just by saying, "Oh, hey, you gotta prank."
Let's role play. Okay, Jade,
Role play.
tell me how to get a girl.
So you want me to be you or
you be the guy, I'll be the girl. Let's role play.
Okay. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi.
You have really nice eyes.
Thanks.
I can tell you're a kind soul.
Thank you.
Do you have a Band-Aid?
What?
Do you have a Band-Aid?
No.
Because I scraped my knee falling for you.
It's a good one. It's good.
Yeah. Did you see that coming? Or do you want to come later?
Wow, that's really wow. That's ew. That's forward.
Oh, okay.
It's really forward.
Well, I just want to make you laugh. I just want to see you smile. 'Cause, you have a really nice smile.
He's blushing.
I know, right?
Ultimate Riz. That is true.
So, like, how about we go out to dinner Saturday night?
Where?
You free?
Maybe
Come on, I know you're free. You got nothing to do.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, me and my girls were going to
Well, you can tell your girl to come with.
dinner.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay,
I'll pay for everything, yeah.
but you've already lost. I'm sorry, but you just lost right
What?
there.
I get 2 girls on a dinner date?
You gonna? Can I take? Okay.
Come on, that's a win. You're taking 2 girls
Can
on
I
a date?
can I take 3 of my girlfriends with me?
I would say 2.
So 3 total.
No, 2.
Oh,
Just,
so
you can
me
bring a friend,
and a
I'll
girlfriend.
bring my friend, and we could have a double date kind of thing.
A 2-man. if
Oh,
you
okay.
will.
Yeah.
A 2-man.
Okay.
How about that?
Yo, Becky, we're gonna finesse the shit out of this dude. Okay, can we get sushi?
You want sushi?
Yeah, I want sushi. Where can we go?
How about
Arigato?
How about burgers?
Burgers.
You like burgers?
McDonald's.
No, just,
I'm out.
No, like A&W. We got some curly fries.
There's no A&W here.
There's no A&W in the States. They got some bomb curly fries though.
Denny's.
John
Denny's.
What is the Hortons? What's that?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Sorry, this is
Oh, I'll take. Yeah.
Oh, God, unlimited breadsticks.
okay.
Okay, wait, no, Chili's though, because Chili's is better
Chili's is
than.
fine, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be okay
Chili's
with
is way
Chili's.
better than Applebee's. Whoever said Applebee's.
What
Doesn't
about
have to
PF
be, like,
Chang's?
top
Chili's is slept on.
establishment.
Chili's is so slept on. Or BJ's. Is there a BJ's out here? Do you guys know about BJ's?
She's actually. I guess the chat's saying that you've got some game. So
Well, she had you blushing for a little bit.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I blushing?
Yeah, you
no,
were nervous.
come
You
on.
were sipping
Yes.
the water. Like you were like,
You're
oh my
like,
god.
No, that was just me like pretending
Babe, really?
we're in a
Like-
bar.
You're hiding behind your
You wanna
cup
take me
blushing.
out?
You were.
Don't be shy, Brian. I know you want to get pegged.
Oh Jesus.
I don't think you're gonna live that one down.
Okay, so let's finish up the whole first date thing. Who should pay? Okay, so there's the whole like whoever asks should pay concept. Did any of you say that or not? Really?
Yeah,
I mean, most of you just said the guy should pay. So
I kind of said that. Like, if you're gonna ask me out to a specific location, like, obviously, don't ask me out to like a 5-star restaurant if you can't afford to pay for a 5-star
Yeah.
restaurant. You know?
okay, so just to recap, guys, arrive early. If there's a waiter that comes up, no food dates. If it's drinks, I guess you could go to a restaurant, just get drinks or whatever. If there's a waiter that comes up, you tell him ahead of time before she arrives, split the check, give him the advance notice. Or if it's like a bar, there's no waiters, you go up to the bar, get your drink, sit down, and then when she arrives, go send her over to get her own drink. Toxic.
Can I tell you a better way? To, like,
Oh.
if you really want to get laid down with a girl, there's a better way to do it.
Wait, laid down?
Like to get laid.
Oh no, this is like the anti getting laid strategies I'm talking about here. I told the guys that you're gonna lose women doing this.
But don't you want to gain women?
Yes, but it's like a matter of principle. Like it's a principle thing.
But like I feel like you should be able to, if you invest a lot in the date, then you get a higher chance of getting on a second date.
Nah.
So say
He's too proud to do that. He's too proud to do the investment. He said he's going to die on the hill.
I will die.
You cannot convince him to pay for anyone. Maybe you just haven't met a girl that you actually like.
Are crazy for?
Yeah. Okay.
And I need to give more reasons why I don't do it. But you said whoever asks. Here's the thing. Have you ever asked a guy out on a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask me a question if you're not going to believe my answer.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
okay, that's fine. You do it. You're an outlier. But
Says who? Outlier to who?
most women don't be initiating like that. Women
Based on
based on
Back in
first
your day or what? Because
modern day.
yeah.
Even modern day, like, okay, there's evidence in the what the
stretch
frick?
show, baby.
Okay. She's free. You guys are gonna head out? Okay, let me think if I
Yeah.
have one more question for you guys
Okay,
before you
yeah,
leave.
Sure.
No, I don't think so. But thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for inviting us. Nice meeting you.
It was so nice meeting you.
Bye,
By the
everybody.
way, guys, they announced before the show that they had to leave, so they're
Yeah.
not like leaving because they're upset that I'm
No. I need to go get
I'm
my
toxic.
daughters.
All
How
right.
old's your daughter?
She's 9 months.
A baby. I love babies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have to head out. But
But thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting.
I like how you threw shade before you left. You threw some shade.
What was the shade?
What was the shade? Yeah.
She was like, back in your day. Yeah.
It could have gotten worse.
It's all good. All right. See you guys. Take care. I'm just going to put these microphones down on the floor here. Or do I leave them? Yeah, I'll put them down. But
Should have asked to see her baby. I love babies.
vegans, what?
Babies. I
Oh.
said babies. Sorry. Vegans.
I don't know.
Brian, would you ever have a kid?
Oh my gosh.
You don't want to spread your
No,
seed? No.
probably not.
Yeah. If you don't want to get
Maybe.
married,
Maybe
you
with
want
the
to have a
right.
kid without getting married?
I mean, Jade, you can't get me pregnant by the way you want to. The way you want to do it. Okay. I think we're talking about pegging. Okay. What were we talking about? Sorry, the
Paying?
girls who left threw me off a little bit. Paying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
you were
them as
saying
well,
that
yeah.
women ask out men at similar rates? Is that your position?
No, I will admit, like, men probably do ask out women more, but like, it's probably like I'm not as crazy of an outlier like as you are assuming. I think.
I would say of all first dates in the past, let's talk modern times, right? Let's say the past 5 years. I'm going to say 99% of that's been initiated by men.
Like just
Ni-
from like your own
No,
experience?
like all men.
99's pretty
All men.
high.
99% of first dates are
Even
initiated
with
by
like
men.
even with like the introduction of like dating apps nowadays, you would think
It's
that
even worse.
Like
I
though.
don't think
Bumble
so.
is initiated by women, right? Women
I
have
mean-
to do the first, actually reach out first.
Technically, yes. I mean, but most women on Bumble just say hi or hey and then shuck the entire conversational burden on the guy.
And I think with the introduction of dating apps, women are more inclined to reach out first. Because it's like
You might send the first
I-
message, but like
that's reaching out first. Reaching out.
but I'm talking
first.
about
Are you talking about like
that's
to make your
very
point
token.
of like asking?
That's a very token level of initiative.
Like, are you trying to like make your point of like asking out to the location so like she would pay because she asked you out? Is that what you're like trying to get at?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Okay.
there's the initial conversation. I'll maybe say that women reach out. I'll say it's 95% there. I'll give you 5% on like the first message.
I think you should give me 20. I think it'd be
Yeah,
like at
I
least
think
80%.
because like you're saying all men and like do we have all men here? Like come on, like we
They've released the data from like Tinder and all these sites. Like women really don't be messaging like that.
Because guys are driven more by sex.
Yeah, I mean,
Guys are hornier than women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
would
think that's why.
say.
Yeah. But nothing precludes women from, I mean, women are just as desirous of men of finding a partner and having a relationship.
I
No?
would say nowadays it's more like more women are starting to be comfortable in their singleness and
Yikes.
okay with. I mean, you're okay with your singleness, so like, don't be.
Oh, am I single?
I mean, I assume so.
Oh, I didn't reveal.
I don't want to like assume anything, but that's what I felt like you were trying to portray.
Well, there's studies released that the demographic of people that are most likely to be on antidepressants are women in their 40s who are single and don't have children. Well, you said that women are more comfortable in their singleness.
I think like the newer generation. So say like for our generation, right? Like we're like there's a lot of girls who are okay with.
Yeah, but you're 18, so it's.
I mean, like yeah, but this is kind of a growing thing. Like nothing just happens and then it sticks. Like it takes a while for it to grow and accumulate.
Here's the.
Okay.
Here's the difference between. Sorry, she's just getting up here. Here's the difference I would say between men and women. When women start making money, they're strong and independent. They don't need a man. When men make a lot of money, they think, okay, great, I can support my family.
I mean, are you saying that men automatically come with families and women don't come with families?
No, but what I'm saying is when men get a successful career, when they start making money, they think, great, I want to be a provider. I want to support my wife. I want to support my family. When women start getting the bag and they start making money, it's often, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man.
I would kind of say it's more so the opposite. Like you see guys with a bunch of money. They're like, bro, I'm going to blow it on strip clubs, a weird car for no reason. Like just doing whatever to please anybody. Like, I feel like that's more what it is, you know? Like, I feel like this is more of like a game of bias of some sorts, because it's like you say that women are independent once they get their money, which, okay, sure, women can be independent, but so men get their money and then they blow it on whatever. You know, more likely you have the men not providing for their families. Like, I feel like that you kind of saying that is kind of a little bit like...
I feel like it's also like above a certain income level too.
Yeah,
I feel like if you're middle class, maybe it's like they're supporting their families. But if you get above a certain income level, then like I feel like men are just as easily like fuckboys. Honestly, I don't think like I feel like you have this like idea in your head that women are like constantly trying to take advantage of men for their money.
No, I don't think that at all.
Greedy leprechauns, like I want your money. I want a free meal out of you.
Which is
like,
no, I don't.
true.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
Did you have like something that made you kind of have a perspective towards this, or
towards
like,
what?
Towards like your whole like.
I've actually
ideology?
Overwhelmingly, I'd say.
You've had the opposite, or
I've had pretty, like a lot of the women I've dated have been fantastic.
Okay.
I think we've all had bad dating experiences, but I mean I've lucked out in this, but I've heard from other men, my friends. I mean, I have friends who've been through the fucking ringer, through divorce, through fucking brutal custody battles, trying to get their kids, and there is a bias in the court system,
right,
against men, and it's just. I mean, I've heard from a lot of men, and I mean, I've had some experiences, like foodie call experiences for sure, but I mean, that's a very small portion of the picture that I have of women. In the same way that I would advise women, like, hey, screen these fucking guys out and make sure they don't want to just fucking chuck you. Like, fucking screen them out. If you want a serious relationship, like, screen these fucking guys, right? Now we can.
How do we do it? How do you suggest that we do it without expecting some type of like monetary investment from them?
From guys?
Yeah, you're not giving us any ways
so
out of this. You're only helping like
guys?
your half, and it's like, help us out too, you know?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want? Well, okay, we're hitting a whole bunch of different topics here.
It's okay.
So
We can hit all of them.
let me just we'll get to that. Let me wrap up on the whole who should date thing
Right.
here. So I'll tell you what, I can agree with the whole like whoever asks should pay thing when women ask out men in equal numbers. until then, like women overwhelmingly do not initiate first dates. So, word. Okay, I think I've kind of covered it, the whole first date thing, pretty much. I mean, to just reiterate though, I don't want to adhere to my traditional gender roles with a woman who's not traditional. So the fact of the matter is, in 2022, you have to. Why are you shaking your head?
Well, I mean, you can't say you're like a traditional man, right? And then say you don't want marriage, because marriage is the standard of being traditional. Getting married, having kids, that is is ideal traditional. Like,
sure.
Like, you can't call yourself traditional and be like, I don't want kids.
I don't think I don't think I'm a traditional.
Well, then
man
so then don't
fully.
say like you're adhering to traditional standards, because then.
Well, no,
you're
I'm not.
Like,
that's the thing. I'm saying.
So then
I'm not going to adhere to my expected traditional gender roles of paying for a first date.
Right.
If a woman is not traditional herself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you, by the way.
No, no.
We're
not mad
we're
at
having
you.
a conversation. I appreciate.
I'm engaged.
I really appreciate you pushing back on this. So,
what are your ideas of like a traditional woman? Like, what would make you like? What would a woman do to make you want to pay on the first date?
In 2022, and this applies to both men and women, you have to assume going in that that person that you're going on a date with is fucking at least one other person. You have to assume that going in.
That is everyone's mantra. Every person that you go out with is having a fuck fest with 7 other people all at once. Like otherwise you're gonna get hurt. Like,
But then how do you know?
you have to weed out by going on like more dates, getting to know them better. Like that's
Right.
how you weed out, and that's how you gain that trust for that
But
person.
it's at least they're sleeping with at least one other person. People are not truly single, and part of that is because social media and dating apps. We've globalized the sexual marketplace. We've had some girls here on the show who go to UCSB, 19-year-old girls, right? Bro, they got NFL players, NBA players, blue check marks in their DMs. Like very high status men. You think a 19-year-old college guy is going to be able to compete? Like it's just totally different now. I mean, I'm sure you guys have guys with blue check marks in your DMs, right?
On my old account, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to say who, but like give athletes, NBA players, NFL, musicians.
I did have a guy who was in my DMs who was he had a pretty big show on the Food Network.
Bourdain? Before he.
Rest in peace.
Chef
No, it's
Ramsay.
not Bourdain.
Okay.
But like, yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
and then
who's
I've
the
had
guy
some
with
rappers
who's
in
the
my DMs.
who's the guy with the
The
bleached hair?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, was it him?
No.
Okay.
I can't say.
It was him. Okay, just kidding. NFL players,
Rappers?
Okay, what about you?
I had this social media content creator. He makes like vlogs on YouTube, but he has a wife.
Logan Paul?
No.
The guy who asked to be
No.
pegged? Okay.
No.
Okay. What about you? Any blue check marks?
No.
Okay, what about you? Any blue check marks on Instagram?
None
In your DMs?
to, like,
Okay.
that
You
comes
guys
back.
you guys are fairly young though. You're 18. Give it time. The blue check mark DMs will come. But like most guys, like they're not getting hit up by women with blue check marks in their DMs. Most guys aren't even getting DM'd
Guys'
to begin
Instagram
with.
profiles are crazy. Like, let's touch on that first, because you guys be
Crazy?
holding fish from 2016.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but like,
Yeah,
how
what's
you have
wrong
to,
with the fish
like,
thing?
Sell yourself a little bit at least. Like, you just, like, you guys have no updated pictures, like, nothing to show for on your account. How are you expected to get like hit up when your latest picture is from like 2018?
You know what though? As a girl, I actually think you should look at that guy and think he's not super caught up in the social media thing. Like that might be a guy who's probably less inclined to just hit and quit it.
So why would I bother sliding into his DMs over an Instagram app that he doesn't use?
So, okay, you're saying that you don't you don't DM guys
no, just,
because
like,
their Instagrams
hypothetically-
aren't popping, like that's
No,
it?
I'm just saying hypothetically, like, of course women who are averagely like more active on Instagram are gonna get more people, specifically blue check marks, in their Instagram DMs if they're posting more pictures up to date, you know, than like a man who doesn't have as much on his Instagram. Of course, a woman specifically with a blue check mark isn't gonna like slide into their DMs that way. They don't even know they exist most likely because they're not active on the app.
Well, I mean, I will give you that. Like, guys probably are not really on their photo game as well as a lot of women are.
Right.
Maybe that's because men, they might just not care as much.
Right,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, sure, maybe guys should step it up and market themselves to appear more appealing, or actually, show their. But what's with the fish thing? You don't like?
No, that was just like a
I
funny
see a lot of
example.
girls on the dating app say, "Don't have a fish pic."
No, I think that's just like a funny example, like especially like with our age group. That's like men. It's just like a funny.
It's like a joke.
Like a
I
little
Yeah.
joke. Like,
Wait, how did we get onto that though?
because you asked about the blue check mark, and you said
Oh,
that like
right,
men
right,
are
right.
less likely to have blue check marks in their DMs, and I said
Yeah,
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 because
yeah.
their Instagrams are crazy.
I guess, but like I would say the girls at UCSB, right? There's probably a bunch of dudes in their DMs who have blue check marks. There's probably a very few guys at UCSB, even really attractive guys, that are getting hit up like that. Even just regular DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me ask, I'm curious, how many, I mean, you guys are kind of out there in the ether in terms of, like, you're out there on social media, so you're probably going to get a lot of DMs and stuff, but how often do you get DMs from guys that are like hitting you up maybe for a date, or that it's clear that they're interested in you?
A lot, like daily.
How many per day? How many DMs per day would you say you get?
Now that Instagram has this feature where it's like if you don't follow them, it just goes straight to like
The hidden folder.
Yeah, and then like every once in a while, I'll just go through and just like mass delete all of them. I don't really read those messages anymore because I get a lot of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like daily.
Like, would you say 10 a day?
Probably, yeah, maybe like 10 to 20 a day or something.
Jade, what about you?
I don't really count, but something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no blue
Any-
check marks.
No,
like,
just regular DMs from guys.
regular DMs. Not many. I
Okay.
DM my friends and like that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I have quite a few.
Quite a few.
Like,
Okay.
often, yeah.
Yeah, most guys, like, they're not getting hit up in the same way that women are getting hit up.
How often do
Right.
you get hit up in the DMs?
I've had 2 girls in my entire life DM me.
Wow. And did you go out with them?
They weren't even in fucking California. One chick was in Canada.
Uh-huh.
Was it you? No.
That might have been me.
Yeah. One chick was in Canada. One was in Chicago. And they're not going to like fly out. So, and I'm on social media too. Like, I'm kind of out there. So, 2 girls
What about the girls that you pick up in your pranks?
in the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, my philosophy was that my philosophy with that was it's bad for business.
What? So you don't? It's bad for business because.
If they're like in the video,
Uh-huh.
and then I start dating them, I don't want them like to. If I'm dating them, then they're gonna come and say, "Take me out of the video. I don't want to be in the video." Blah blah blah. So there were maybe a couple girls that I was like, "Oh, she's really cute. I like her personality. I'll pursue it." But most of the girls in the videos, like, it's strictly business. I'm not gonna like try to pursue it.
Your stuff is mostly geared towards like males. It's like prank stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
it's-
mean,
yeah.
that explains it too, because like the vast majority of my audience, it's like 80-90% men. So if I was gay, then I'd be fucking killing it.
You would.
I see you guys in the chat.
You can kill it without being gay, but just cater
Cater to the men.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have
For
OFs
sure.
that are like not gay, but also cater to the gay male audience, and they do very well.
Yeah, and there's definitely guys who are on social media who do YouTube, do Twitch, and they have a decent female following. And then, yeah, they're going to get DMs from women. But yeah. Anyways, okay, so let's do some super chats. Let's see. Oh, we were talking about marriage too. The other thing, you made a point that I wanted to respond to, but I forgot what it was. Something women are making all their money. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think the point I was going to make is that as far as women making their own money and like how that plays out in a relationship, for the most part, women don't share their resources with men the same way that men share their resources with women. Oh, I remember. You said in marriage, if you're both bringing money to the table, then it's like a partnership, right? But before it gets to marriage, you have the courtship, the relationship. And I would say overwhelmingly, in most men's experience, in my experience, besides the one BPD simp girl that I had, most women really aren't spoiling men in the same way that men will spoil women.
Our resource is time, though, because for us, time is something that we can't get back. So if we're gonna be committed to you, like really, I'm not talking about like, you know, what girls that aren't faithful, but if we're gonna be really committed to you, and we're going to like invest our time in you, then I think that's a big resource for us.
That's actually a very, very fair point. And yes, I would say that. So you're saying like giving us your youth, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But speaking just like on the financial side of it, women don't really share their resources with men the same way that men share their resources with women.
I think a healthy relationship, honestly, like I think could be like maybe like 60-40, 70-30. Like I think men always do like realistically put in more in a relationship, but it's not like once you're in the relationship, it's not as imbalanced as like the guy pays for every date.
Right.
You know, like when the relationships I've been in, it's been like maybe like the guys pay for like when we go out, but then I get Postmates when we order in. You know,
Okay.
The guys get like the airfare on the trip, and then I'll get the hotel and the food and stuff. So I think it kind of evens out.
Maybe you're well,
I think for most girls it's like that, because once you're in a relationship, you don't want to take advantage of your guy. Like you don't want him to suffer financially because you're a team. Again, like if you see him long term, you don't want to put a dent in his pocket, because that means like you're not gonna be able to get the house that you want. You're not gonna be able to like, you know, go on like the nice honeymoon you want to go on. So like you're thinking for you guys in the long term as well.
And there's definitely a lot of women that are like that, but there are also women that will have that expectation, even moving beyond the first date, moving into a relationship, that he's going to continue providing for everything. He'll pay the whole thing.
I don't know. I feel like it's like throughout the relationship, even if the guy is the breadwinner, the woman, like a stay-at-home mom or something, she's going to be like she sacrifices her body for the kid. Stays at home, takes care of the kid. Like there's also that part of like his life that she takes care of completely, so that he can go out and make the money.
Yeah.
So I think it does even out in the end. It's just like whether or not you want to think short term or long term.
No, that you made some good points there. I want to ask, would you guys date a guy who makes less than you?
Yeah, I've dated guys that make less than me.
Okay. What about you, Jade?
I've done it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've done it before, but dislike it?
I mean, I did it because he was funny. Like,
oh, okay.
I liked he was
Sure.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say. Like,
Okay. Well, you guys are in college, so I feel like at this point in your life, finances aren't like a huge motivating factor, probably.
I mean, we're on track to be doctors, so I feel like that's like we're okay with it.
I was just gonna say, like, I want to be a pediatric cardiologist.
Yeah,
so.
I want to be a plastic surgeon, so like I'm okay with having
Okay.
my own.
Unless they're also like an engineer, they're also a doctor. Like, I'm probably gonna be making more than the man I'm with.
You're gonna be out earning your
Yes.
future partner, you think? Or well,
Like, unless they're like an engineer or a doctor, like unless they're in like the same career path like I am, I most likely will be.
okay. So you want to be a doctor and you want to be a doctor. It's kind of, and then you guys want to be OnlyFans girls.
Not forever. I mean, I'll have like different businesses, like
Yeah.
investments and stuff like that.
Well, you guys are making good money, so I mean, I think you guys will be probably properly set up, you know, by the time you start moving out of it, I reckon.
It's not about how much money they're making, but like I feel like I want to be with someone ultimately who shares the same values as me, who like the same family values and like the same values as far as like I want to, you know, even though he's not making a lot now, but he works really hard. He has the potential.
Yeah.
I know it's so outplayed. Oh, I want a guy who has like good potential, but it's true. Like you can't look at like what he is now. You have to look at like the actions that he's taking to set himself up for the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll just say this so you guys you sound like very ambitious. You guys want to be doctors, right? Would you be okay being the breadwinner in your relationships?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I?
Well, because very often what happens is when women start becoming really successful, their potential pool of partners starts to decrease, because a lot of women want to date men on their level or higher, whereas a guy who's an attorney or a doctor, he'll date the barista. He'll date a chick that works at Chick-fil-A. Like, for example, when you're a doctor, are you going to date a guy who works at Chick-fil-A? Probably not.
No,
if he's
but
attractive,
I'd say that that's kind of
Maybe bangable,
bangable.
but dateable.
Painful, not dateable.
I think that's
Is he gonna make my kids cute?
right.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that could be a benefit, but
No, but all seriousness, like, yeah, I would be fine with that.
I
also
mean,
have to,
you
like,
say that now, but when you're a doctor and you're surrounded by a
I'm
bunch of
also-
other male doctors.
I mean, yeah, that you have to think about that too. Like, realistically, like, me meeting someone that I would stick with, like, at a Chick-fil-A, like, the odds of that versus, like, someone I'm working with, like, every single day, like, possibly having chemistry with at work, like, the odds of that are, like,
right.
way different.
But
than, like,
here's the difference.
if I was at, like, a social and, like, it was a bunch of men and one happened to be a Chick-fil-A worker and one was a doctor, but I didn't know, and I got along with the Chick-fil-A worker better, like, of course, like, whoever I have more chemistry with, whoever I get along with better, whoever I see being, like, a better partner in life, like, I would, of course, like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm making enough to take care of both of us, like, so be it. Good on me.
Would his pride let him like be taken care of though? Because I think that's the thing with like that makes the relationship imbalances. Like a woman is like okay with being the breadwinner, but then the guy, his ego can't let him stay at home and take care of the kids.
I mean, there's definitely guys that probably would have their ego or pride involved, but I think it's more so the woman's just going to be like, this guy's a fucking bum. I want to date a guy who's...
There are stay-at-home dads. It's like
It's
yeah,
rare.
Yeah, I mean, if
more
I'm a
now.
doctor, like, I'm gonna need someone to take care of the
Yeah.
kids, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the point I guess, but I don't know. I think by the time you are in that really success, and by the way, good for you, pursue it, like be successful.
Thank
But
you.
I do think that your pool of potential partners will shrink
Oh, definitely. Like, I don't
when you
disagree
become
with
more
you there.
successful.
I don't disagree with you there, yeah.
Whereas for men, their pool of potential partners increases as they become more successful and get more money.
Right.
Because most women don't want to date down. Most women. They want to date across and up socioeconomic hierarchies.
And would you say that's because of kind of like a power dynamic per se? Like men want to date down because they want to probably entrap a girl.
Well,
I mean,
let's be
for real here. Like
entrap?
that, yeah, like financial abuse is a real thing, and so you have a lot of older guys. They scour the streets for say like us
Scour the streets.
college girls who are like they're
Oh,
working
gosh.
towards their futures or whatever. And then you have this old guy. They sell them this dream, pretty much. Also, I'm from Vegas, so this is pretty much big there. That's why I have
the
a lot
truth
of,
comes out. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Forgive me, if you will. But it's like, financial abuse is a huge thing. And so it's like the power dynamic, holding financial power over someone is a huge thing, because finances pretty much push every desire that we pretty much have in this world. If it isn't sexual, it's probably financial. So it's like most women want to date across and up because they don't want to potentially be financially abused. Because if you have your own money, there's less chances of you being financially abused. However, it's like, oh, you have this guy, he's a big CEO, he's a lawyer. He's going to date this 20-year-old guy and he's 60. Why? Well, she's fresh out of college. If anything goes wrong, she's probably going to stay with him. Why? She has no money. She has nowhere else to go. It's pretty much just a huge power dynamic that people are working towards instead of true love. True love. I say true love with quotations because that's like the ideal, you feel.
I mean, well, okay, you said there was a lot there, so I don't even know where to begin with all that. Okay, so there's the age gap stuff and then the power dynamic. When I say women like to date across and up, a broke woman could want to date, like, I'm trying to understand, like
Like, what do you mean?
where you were
Like, if
a
we're
woman
talking
with her
about-
own money
right.
who's totally financially secure, she still wants to date across and up. So even in that scenario, it's not even like a power dynamic thing.
Because I mean, also financial abuse goes the same way. You could be like, oh, this guy, he's asked me for money always, all the time, and now I'm chasing his checks and his bills because he has no way else to pay for them. And so now he's gotten me entangled in his debt, and I'm trying to chase that off.
Wait, so is it only abusive
financial abuse.
from the man's
No.
side?
I'm saying it could go both ways. Okay, you have I have this young girl in a relationship and she's like, oh, can you pay off my car bill? And next it's her rent, and now it's this and that's that. You know, financial abuse works both ways, but it works on the upper echelon and then the lower echelon, right? So it can go either direction.
Well, I mean, the reason I asked if you were trying to frame it from it's only men that are abusing, because the two examples you gave were an older guy with a younger woman who she was broke and he had a lot of money and he was taking care of her.
Well,
you said that was abusive from the man's direction to the woman's, but in the scenario you also gave, when the guy is broke, you said it was abusive for the guy to be relying on the woman, even though that's the exact...
It depends on context. Obviously, these are just very black and white things. Like, obviously, there's gray mixed into there, too. Like, nothing can ever be black and white. But those are just kind of the base models of what I was trying to explain to you, was that sometimes you know, like, these little situations, these hypothetical kind of questions that we kind of place upon ourselves is really, like, they're really hard to answer because there's different things that we need to go back and forth in. Sorry, I don't mean for the chat to be like, oh my God, like, she sucks. Like, get her out of here, Brian. Like,
No, it's good. So, men, it's not about a power thing.
you don't think so?
No.
No? What do you think it's about?
Well, I mean, there's a few different things. So you brought up age gaps, for example. So, what's it called? So with the whole age gap thing, I mean, men want to date younger women because for, I mean, a myriad of reasons. One of them is they're more physically attractive. So, I mean, and that applies to both men and women. As you age, you become less physically attractive over time. Men obviously care a bit more about that than women do. So that's a factor. It's also just evolutionary psychology reasons. There's a biological reason. So men look for indicators of youth and fertility.
Right.
So younger women.
I think there's also just a difference
because once you hit like 35, the likelihood of you getting pregnant starts really diminishing.
I thought it was like 40, really.
Well, 40, I mean, 35, once you hit 35, that's when you start getting into high-risk pregnancy territory. There's a greater likelihood of miscarriage, greater likelihood of birth defects starting at 35, and it gets worse and worse as you age. And then once you hit 45, the likelihood that you're going to even be able to get pregnant is pretty minuscule. So if you're a 40-year-old guy, you're going to be looking, if you're a 45-year-old guy, you're going to want to date a girl who's in her late 20s or early 30s. You're not going to want to date a girl who's your age, who's 40, if you want to have kids and have a family. So for evolutionary reasons, for biology reasons, men are attracted to younger women.
Okay.
I think men are also more physical and women are more emotional, like traditionally.
What do you mean? Like care more about looks and stuff?
Men? Yeah.
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 No, there's some pretty sensitive men.
No, yeah, I'm just saying like...
Pisces men.
Jade, I know you're dying to come in on this one. I got the sense that you wanted to say something.
Oh, what?
I
lost my train of thought.
Did I misread that? Okay.
No, I was going to say something, but I
Yeah.
You know, like you talk about men dating down, but that's just like financially. It just shows you the difference between like the values that men have versus women. Like men might date someone with like a lower income, but she's probably going to be a lot younger and prettier, right? So that means that he probably values more superficial things, whereas women, like we hold in high regard, like, you know, stability. So we want someone to match us on that level as well. So it's like really like what you value. So it's not like a man's not going to date someone who's a girl who's broke and that he thinks is like ugly and like really overweight. You know, there's like a give and take there. So I don't think that assessment of like, oh, men date down and women date, you know, I don't think that's like a really fair point that you're making, like a valid point.
I mean it's an established societal and cultural thing that women date up. Women marry up.
Well, so do men. Men also financially though, right? But like men marry up as far as like, okay, like if a man dates a girl who has less money, she makes up for that with like her youth, her beauty, whatever it may be. So it's not necessarily like men are dating down.
They're dating down socioeconomically.
Yes, but that's because they'd rather date down socioeconomically and then have a girl who's like more beautiful in their eyes than date an older woman who probably is more established in her career.
I would say actually, well, there's definitely guys who make up for their poor looks in other ways, money, personality, humor, confidence, etc. But I would actually say, and by the way, guys, we will get to your super chats. We've had quite a bit of a back and forth here. I would actually say that women are harsher judges of appearance than men are.
I completely disagree.
disagree with that.
Hot take. Hot take.
Hot take.
Completely
Hot
Yeah,
take.
pretty hot take.
Hot take, but I disagree
Why?
because it's like
I feel like men are more shallow.
Yeah.
Men are more shallow.
Men?
You
Yeah.
often see
Are
women
way
who
more
are
physical.
Yeah, you
Like-
often see women who with guys that are like definitely like objectively as you can less attractive than them than the other way around. I would say.
I be seeing the prettiest girls with the craziest looking boyfriends. But that's just okay.
They're getting, there's like something there though, typically.
Dick size?
I mean, it could be humor, it could be their
humor is not paying the bill.
They treat them
good
well,
dick,
or
like
they,
it could be good dick,
monetary.
it could be, I mean, some women will date down because they want, I mean, like you said, there's both men and women that do this, but it's like they'll date down because that person's easier to control. So I think that, okay, I would say women are harsher judges of appearance than men are.
Yeah,
On what
also-
like what things are we like? What
so-
appearance?
yeah,
Brian,
Yeah.
would you ever
Jade.
date a fat girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you ever
No.
date?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Probably not, no.
Why?
Because I mean, why would I not date a woman who's obese?
Yeah.
No. Who's just chunky?
Aesthetically, it's unappealing. It says something about your
Aesthetically,
character.
it's unappealing.
Aesthetically, like
Yes, well, we'll get to we're gonna get to it. Well, most women don't want to date an obese man either. Like, let's not trip on this. Like, both men and women have a preference for physically fit
Right, and that's where
partners.
like
I mean,
society
women like
comes
dad
in.
bods now. It's coming in. So.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
definitely
cap.
like not.
Come on,
It's
That's
not.
cap.
It's
So
really
far
not.
right now.
My 2-year relationship that I was talking about, he had a dad bod, okay? And that's not who I'm typically
come
attracted
on.
to.
Okay.
Like you gotta lock like.
But did
that-
you have the equivalent body? Did you have like the?
like?
I know
No.
she's wearing jeans. I don't know.
Bro.
I'm not like giving her the up and down. But okay, if you want to talk about some physical things, let's talk
Did
about
I have
some
the
physical
equivalent body?
things. And
Absolutely not. I was actually skinnier then than I am now.
That's perfect. He was bringing something else to the table then. Okay, let's talk. But no, let's talk about physical traits. Let's talk about physical traits, right?
Right.
So you said weight, right? Yeah, and I don't disagree with you there. Men, that's probably as far as physical appearance, that's one of the top things that men care about.
Yeah.
Is don't be fat.
Yeah.
It's not that hard actually. Just
Would
don't
you
be
date a
fat.
bald girl?
Huh?
Would you date a bald girl?
There's
Bald, like no, like
Like,
skin
no
bald,
hair.
like, no hair, bald, completely.
sure,
Bald.
like shaved her head.
No, not even shaved. Like she's just bald. Like
Yeah,
you would.
I think
No eyelashes, no
a lot of men-
eyebrows,
okay,
no
s-
hair. Like
would
like no hair at all, especially on the top of her head.
I mean, this is like a very
Let's be real here.
What
like,
percentage
women
of
will
women-
date bald guys, right? But men will date bald
actually. Hold on.
What?
No.
What?
You're using a very fringe example. Also, women do not bald at the same rate that men do. Most women don't
Okay,
lose
so
their hair.
okay, so she shaved her head. Would you date her?
A woman can still be physically attractive with a shaved head. I do have a preference for women who have
With-
long hair. But here's the difference,
you
right?
know who Doja
That's
Cat
not
is?
really an issue for women. That's not an issue for women. You want to talk about hair? Women have a hair preference.
Oh, absolutely. I
Women
will
would
not deny
prefer to
that.
date, would much prefer. Yes, do women date bald men? Well, yeah, because there's a greater likelihood that men will be bald, but women absolutely say, I want a guy with a full head of hair, especially young women. Like maybe when women start getting into like their 30s and 40s, they're gonna like guys start balding a bit by then, and that's something that's out of men's control. Is their hair? If they start balding, that's really out of a man's control. So I'm gonna list some physical characteristics that women care about in men that men have no control over:
Let's hear it.
height, penis size, penis performance.
You have control
wait.
over that.
No,
Yeah, fact.
Yep.
Agree.
to a
do.
degree, but like
Also, is this like on face value, or are we talking like stripped down naked? Because like you don't
What?
know like how big someone else's like penis is on face value.
women will like.
No, dick size does not matter. Honestly.
Like, how are we supposed
You'll date
to
a guy
know?
with a micro penis?
Yeah.
Okay,
if I like you, okay, I feel
If
like
he can make you finish in other ways,
Yeah.
then, like, the penis doesn't matter.
It's going to be
if you're putting in the
that's
effort to
fine,
make
but
that
for
woman
some
finish.
girls, it's going to be a wrap. Actually, probably
maybe
most
some
girls
of them,
it's a
but like
wrap.
micro penises, honestly, guys, are not that common. Okay, like if you have like a 4-inch dick, that is not a micro penis. Micro penises are a very small percentage of the population. So like, don't worry about your dick size. Like, I feel like guys focus way too much on like, oh, my dick is small. It's not because your dick is small. You're probably just like a mean person, or like she doesn't
or
like
you're just
you.
not good at
Yeah.
making a woman finish.
Yeah, if a girl likes you, she doesn't care about your dick size.
Okay,
Irrelevant.
not all women care about penis size, but to a degree, yes, it does matter.
I don't.
For I would say
I think
good
everyone
amount
has a
of
preference.
everyone has a preference,
For
but
dick size.
are you saying no women care about penis
No,
size?
because
Like,
I don't speak in like certainties. But I say if you have between like a 4-inch and like a 7-inch dick, which most men fall under in that range, then you're okay. You know.
most men fall between, like, I think the average is like 5.
Yeah,
4
so
to 6.
that's between 4 and 5-inch dick is perfect actually.
For most women, 4 to 5 is they're gonna think.
Do you know where the
that's
G
too-
spot is, Brian? Do you know
Bro,
where that is?
yes, I know.
Okay, so like a
Okay,
4-inch dick
let's
can
talk about
I'm
sex.
just saying,
Let's
a
talk about
4-inch dick
sex.
can definitely reach the G spot because your
This
G
is my
spot is
favorite
not
topic,
more than 4
actually.
inches in your vagina.
my
It
favorite
like
topic,
literally is like
actually.
right here. It's like
2 inches.
Yeah, so
No,
if your
you-
dick if your
thank
dick
you
is
for
longer
the-
than this, then it can reach.
Thank you for the anatomy lesson. But look, my philosophy on sex is the girl comes first. Like, I'm going to make the girl come. That's not an issue for me. But yes, I would say a good amount of women probably have a preference for like a slightly above average penis size. I would say a slight preference for above average. So look, I'm not saying it's all women. That's fine. The point I'm saying is that height, penis size, penis performance, their physical size, and their hair, those are things that are out of men's control.
To a degree, I would agree with.
Only
you said
the
physical
only the
size and went like this. Are
Okay.
you talking about like body mass?
Okay, physical size, men do have some degree of control
Because you
over
said
it.
the same thing about women like 2 minutes ago. Like, you wouldn't date a fat woman because she can control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, just don't gain weight, you know?
So you're right. I should have excluded physical size from the things that are strictly out of men's control. But that's height, penis size, penis performance, and hair is
And hair
out
can
of
be borderline controlled as well. Unless you're
Not-
so sorry. Unless you're talking like
not without surgical
balding.
intervention or drug
or are you
intervention.
just talking about balding? Or are you talking about like different haircuts?
I'm talking about men who are balding.
Okay.
Some men start balding as early as like high school. So these are physical characteristics that men have that women judge men on that are out of their control. Women, what is out of your control that physically men judge you for?
Height.
Okay.
Men
yeah.
don't care about women's height.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you date a 6'7" woman? Or
Sure.
Really?
He's so cap right now.
Yes, I would.
Bro.
Okay. Okay.
But I have I'd prefer to date a 4'11"
Right.
queen,
Right.
beef current queen. Okay.
So tit size, ass size, what your labia looks like.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about dick, we can also talk about like vaginas in that way.
Yeah.
Labia preference is not nearly comparable to
Face.
penis preference. Face?
Yeah.
Women care about face too, though. I'm talking strictly like gendering it.
Damn, we hit the big
I don't
ones.
think women care
Height,
as much
boobs,
though. I
Like-
think you can make up with it. Okay,
Yeah,
so I think if like a guy doesn't hit those like physical check marks, he can make up with it for other
I would
things.
say hair
But
too.
if women don't hit those physical check marks, then like no matter how high her salary is or no matter how funny she is, she will never be given a chance by a guy. So it goes both ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
As far as
Vaginal,
we don't
tightness.
care, like most men, we don't care about the money that you're
That's
bringing
just
to the relationship.
Right. You care about looks, which is what I'm saying. So
Yes.
if you're saying that like a girl cares about more things that's out of the control for the guy physically, he can make up for that by
He
doing other
can.
things. Whereas it doesn't go the same way for the girl.
Sure.
So-
but women, it's easier for women to be considered attractive than it is for men, and they've
It should be because that's what men care about.
yeah, and actually they've done studies on this, and this is from a dating app. Something like women basically, in terms of physical appearance, in terms of physical appearance, men rate women on a bell curve.
Okay.
Whereas women will say they find, okay, they have this data also from Tinder. Women will swipe no. Is that left? I can't remember.
Yes,
Women swipe left on like 90% of dudes. You ask most women, what percentage of men that you see in day-to-day or on dating apps that you would consider physically attractive? Let's go around the table. What percent of men that you see day-to-day here do you live in Isla Vista?
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of the men that you see that you consider physically attractive?
Probably 30 to 40%.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead.
I was gonna put a little bit like more on that. I was gonna be like 60 to 75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jade?
I'm gonna be honest. I would say like 5%.
5% of men you find attractive?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say like 15%.
15%?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about on dating apps? Like what percent of profiles do you swipe right on? Do you swipe
Honestly,
yes for?
Probably around like the same
Okay.
area, like 20, 30, maybe like a little less.
Okay. Same with you?
Yeah, just about. Like, I mean, it also depends on what like your like little tags are per dating app, because you don't see everyone in the pool. Like you see everyone has the same tags as you. So I
Sure.
think I think that's hard to gauge just a tad.
Right, but I mean, so the evidence is in from the dating apps. Women are much harsher judges of appearance than men are because dating apps are purely physical, especially Tinder. I mean, no offense, I saw your guys' Tinder profiles. You had half a sentence.
Yeah.
Mine was actually a
Like-
full sentence.
Full
Yeah.
sentence, okay. But
Sorry.
there's nothing in your profile that would suggest to me anything about your personality.
I think that's mainly also because Tinder's mostly a hookup app.
Yeah.
And it's the
Yeah.
biggest, right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ventured
it's
more
only-
to being like a hookup app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So what you
like
have
something-
happening on the dating apps is you have 10 or 20% of the men that are getting all of the women, and then the other 70, 80% of the men are just ignored.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Sounds
but also
familiar?
it makes sense that like women are more selective. If you look at it from like a biological standpoint, it's like men are like, you spread your seed. Women can only, from like a biological standpoint, have one baby. So like women have to be more selective about who they choose as, their potential partner.
Absolutely. You're right. Women are more selective.
Makes sense.
Thus, it stands to reason
Major
that
science.
Well, it stands to reason then if women are more selective, then they're harsher judges of physical appearance than men are.
I'm sorry?
If women are more selective, then it would stand to reason that they're harsher judges of physical appearance than men are.
Maybe not. No, not. I don't think on physical appearance. They might be a harsher judge on men, but you're arguing for physical appearance. I don't think it is
Even physical appearance.
No. I think men are definitely a harsher judge of physical appearance.
No.
Because men only
Height? Let's
Yeah.
let's talk about height then.
My ex-boyfriend was 5'4". I'm 5'6".
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Jade?
My high school sweetheart was the same height as me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you have a height preference?
Now, I prefer taller guys now.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, I'm a harsher judge of appearance than men. Yeah.
Sure.
I would say my height or taller, but I'm not very tall, so I mean that should be pretty easy to match.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
If I had a preference, I would prefer tall guys, but I do have a track record with short men.
Okay. Well, there you
Short
go.
men are very
They
funny.
can make up for it with
Yeah.
different things. Like they can, because I feel like short guys also, they know they have to compensate in other ways.
Like somehow the short men always just be finding me, and
What the frick?
it just works like that.
Short guys have riz. It's like,
they do.
they
do.
have
They because they have to
definitely
make up for the
charm.
height.
I mean,
Short guys have the most personality, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to
yeah,
get
I mean, you
swept away by.
say that, but these guys out here are getting curved on the dating apps. Like,
That's because they're dating. It's dating apps, but I feel like if they met a girl in real life, like at the library or something, if they did some pickup, then it'd be easy.
most people
Yeah,
are
of
meeting
course, when you're
online
looking
now,
for like
though.
a hookup, you're gonna be more selective in like appearance versus like if you're looking for something more serious.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's definitely better to meet people in person, but most people are meeting online now. Kiki, what do you think?
No.
Okay. Let's do some super chats, but before that, really important question, guys. Very important question. Wait, put it on Jade so you can see what she's doing. Okay. Stop distracting me,
Sorry,
Jade.
my bad.
You're distracting me. This is really the most pressing dating issue, I think. Let's say you meet a guy. He's really attractive. You really like him. Meets all your standards, whatever. let's say he approached you at a Trader Joe's, or you guys organically just started a conversation, and he asked for your number, and you're totally down to give him your number, and then he pulls out a flip phone.
Wow.
That is so
that
cute.
yours?
That's intriguing.
That's so
that would be
cute.
so.
Yeah,
that would be really
cute.
intriguing.
That is
it-
adorable.
That's top tier.
Like,
Is
I don't
it
have
a
to
your
worry about
phone?
you liking
Is that
other
your
bitches'
phone?
pictures. I don't have to worry about you cheating on me
Yeah,
through
dude, that's
social
amazing.
media.
First of all, is that yours or is that a prop one?
do you use
That's
that?
definitely a prop.
Yeah,
because
it has
we've
to
been
be a
talking on
prop. He flipped it
Instagram.
open and it was dead. Like that, he doesn't use that.
I feel like guys with those kind of phones are loyal.
Yeah, that is a green
can't be-
flag
they won't
all
be
the way. That is
It's
amazing.
not a red flag?
No, that is
No.
a green flag.
Yeah.
Now,
'Cause, like-
I would be worried, like, if I saw that you had, like, an actual phone, like, at home. Because, like, why?
Yeah,
Why are
because you were
fighting?
lying
phone.
about it.
Trap
yeah.
phone, yeah.
But if that's
Yeah.
really his phone, that's amazing.
Okay.
Respect.
What I mean, then you hear the whole like Android versus iPhone.
Oh, I heard
Green
that.
versus
and-
Yeah,
blue.
the only issue I would have is, like, if it's, like, long distance and, like, not being able to FaceTime.
Oh.
Like, that would suck. But,
I think
like,
Android
long
guys don't-
distance just sucks in general. So
Android guys don't get laid as much as iPhone guys.
Android guys are like more nerd types, but I like more nerd types. So I think that's honestly a green flag as well. The bubbles though.
Really?
like-
I don't know.
I like
A landline?
nerdier guys.
Is that
So
what
I
you
think.
got?
What about
Ooh.
what about this?
You can't
pretty
text
cool.
on those.
what
can
is
you?
that?
Does that even work?
This is a
brick.
Motorola. What's
It's a brick.
Like,
the
nobody's
name
gonna be
of
in the
it.
Trader Joe's with pulling that thing
Yo,
out.
chat, remind me, what's the model number on this? It's the Motorola. Chat, wait,
From
Eric, put it on me.
1912.
What's the model number for this? It's like the Motorola X9000 or some bullshit. So, you guys down for this? Or?
Who is pulling that out at a
still
Trader Joe's?
interesting.
Aren't
I
those the
mean-
ones that you have to have in your car to be connected to anything? So like, how did he
Yeah,
get
what does
that
the
in
other end
store?
of, like, the wire look like?
Yeah. And if it's a landline, how did he get that there?
I mean, that's like just the charger for it.
Damn. I
Oh.
mean, if you let me like put that tip.
What the?
In your
Whoa.
bowl.
God damn, Jade. Okay, let's do some super chats. Sorry, guys, we're super behind on super chats, but we'll get to it. We did this one. Or wait, did we do this one?
We haven't done a lot.
Yeah, I know. We just were in a really good back and forth there. Red Misfit, thank you for the $10 super chat. It's funny, I feel like Asian women and white men are as common as black men and white women. It's just a thing. Word?
Oh, that's very true.
Word?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We got Dave on Jackson. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate it. I truly don't understand paying for OnlyFans or prawn when there's literally limitless free porn on the internet. Should show women how desperate these men are for companionship. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there would not be such a demand for strippers, porn, OnlyFans if I think men were getting laid.
That's not a bad thing, you guys. It's like it's not bad to be lonely. Like it's not like you.
It's kind of bad.
No, it's not.
It's a
Like
little
you
bad.
shouldn't
Come
be
here,
ashamed to
boys.
feel
Come
like a
here.
natural human emotion. Like we all feel it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. If OF or like porn isn't for you, that's good. But like you shouldn't shame other people for being lonely because you felt it. I think we've all felt lonely.
By the way, her OnlyFans is 20%. 20% off.
I say this from a non-biased point of view.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. There's no what's it called? What's the term? I forgot. Whatever. This is in response to Mike Davis seeing Eric. Can you pull that back up? The Burger King. Yeah, there we go. If you guys are just tuning in, we went deep into the Google searches and we found this photo of Mike Davis working at one of his Burger King restaurants. So, yeah. Thank you, Mike Davis. Appreciate it. Mike Davis with the $10 super chat. I would rather marry a Burger King Whopper than a woman. Given the state of females nowadays, it's easier to find a black cat in a coal cellar than women worthy of a ring. W. Bryan. Yo, what's up? Team No Marriage. Let's do it. Okay. Go your own way, fellas. Okay, Davon Jackson with the $10 super chat. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. What's one thing you did wrong in your last relationship and one thing your partner did wrong that led to the end of the relationship? Good question, Davon Jackson. We can do that one right now. Go ahead. So one thing you did wrong in your last relationship.
One thing I did wrong, the big thing I did wrong in my last relationship was mistake love for, mistake the feelings I had for like the appreciation that he gave, like he centered me, he made me his like whole world. And I loved that feeling of validation and I mistaked it for love. And it didn't ultimately work out because I didn't really love him. I just liked how he made me feel. One mistake that he made was that he focused way too much on me and not enough on himself.
Okay. So what was the thing that you did wrong?
Like, I didn't really love him. I just like how he made me feel. Like, I don't think we were ultimately equals.
Did you end that relationship or did he?
I ended it. The last one.
Is that did you, I don't know if that's you doing something wrong though. I'm talking like, did you slash a dude's tires?
Oh, like that?
You did some crazy shit. Or you were argumentative or, whatever.
Yeah, no, I was definitely really argumentative because I felt like I could get away with a lot of things. Like,
sure.
he was constantly like, yes, 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 let me do this for you. And then, like, I felt resentful towards him because I felt like I just tried to push his boundaries a lot. So it was a really toxic relationship.
Okay. Jade, what about you?
All right, so this is my first relationship. It was the 3-year one. I fucked it. Okay, so what happened was we were playing basketball 1-on-1, and then I found out his friend told me that he cheated on me with his coworker. So then during our 1-on-1 basketball game, I tried to hold in the anger, but I ended up beating him up.
What? You?
I just straight fucked him up with my hands.
Wait, you?
But I didn't hit him too hard, but I just hit him enough to show that I knew that he cheated on me.
Did he fight back, or he just let you?
He kind of pushed me back a little bit. Like, he was playing a little bit, like he was checking the ball out aggressively,
okay,
which made me more aggressive, and he was fouling me a bit. And then that's what led up to me
boom. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I'm gonna have to skip this question. I've never been.
Oh, right. You've never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
A mistake I made was being really insecure, probably, and caring a lot about different girls he was talking to and whatever.
Okay.
Him just not putting in enough effort. I feel like that was the main reason I ended it. Was just if it wasn't working and we lived 10 minutes away from each other, it wasn't gonna work when I came to school.
Wait. So remind me, what did you do wrong?
Oh, I was really insecure.
You were insecure. Okay.
I would kind of start fights over probably things that weren't super substantial. If he was talking to someone and I didn't know who it was.
Okay. Got it. We got one thing here real quick from Stifler. We got ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. We can do that really quick. Go ahead.
Oh, God. I'd say I'm a 7.
Okay. Jade?
I would say on a good day, a solid 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say a 7 too.
I'm a 10 because confidence is key.
I love you for that.
Wait, okay, so one question.
Why would I rate myself for these men?
What's
I'm a
that?
10. I'm a 10 in my eyes.
Don't you think it's a bit of hubris?
No.
No.
She's a 10 to me too.
But okay, if you're a 10, then you could deserve a guy who's a 10, right?
I deserve whoever I deserve. I don't know.
Because on the dating marketplace, don't you think you should have a reasonable self-assessment of where you stand? That way you can secure a guy that's on your level,
I don't believe in leagues. If that's
In what?
you're in different leagues, if someone's out of my league or I'm out of their league,
So everyone's the same attractiveness?
No, I mean
if there's no
wouldn't
leagues,
base who I'm gonna go up to on what I think. If I'm going out to say I'm at a party or something, okay, and there's this guy that I'm attracted to, I'm not gonna be oh, he's too attractive for me based on what I think I look like, so I'm not gonna go up to him. I'm not gonna let what I think I look like and what I think my rating should be affect how I live my life.
Right, but okay, here's the problem. Let's say you might believe that, but let's say the guy in actuality is out of your league.
Then
he's gonna fuck you and then not ever date you.
Okay.
I mean, if you're okay with that, that's fine.
Fuck.
But if you're not going to be able to secure a relationship from that guy if he's truly out of your league.
If he's gonna fucking dip based on what I look like, then I don't want a relationship with him.
I mean,
That's
newsflash: men care
time.
about physical appearance.
I know, we've been over this.
I mean, you're potentially setting yourself up to get hurt or screwed over
No.
And it's not even, he might not even dip, but he's just going to keep you around for sex. He's not going to commit to you, is what I'm trying to say. He's not going to commit to you.
I wouldn't want to commit to someone who isn't going to commit to me in that way.
Right, but he's going to keep you around just for sex.
But I'm allowing that, so who's really winning? Like, if I'm allowing, because I have to have a say in the matter. It takes two to tango.
Sure.
So if I'm allowing it, then like obviously I'm fine with it.
But I mean, it's often women who complain that men aren't willing to commit to them.
Oftentimes, yeah, but I don't care.
You don't care about commitment?
I don't care if I'm if I
She's
am
for this
fucking someone.
She belongs to the streets.
If I'm fucking someone and then like if we're fucking and that's all that needs to be, then like that's fine. Like I don't understand how this got from me rating myself. How did we end up here? How did we end up here? From me
Brian,
rating
what would
myself.
you rate yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
Six.
hear a 6.
6.9 on a good day.
Nice.
Damn.
What? You think that's too high?
I mean, I just said
What the
damn.
fuck? What?
I just said damn.
Why did you say damn?
Because that's immediately what popped in my head when you said that.
When
was
I
like,
said 6?
yeah, I was like, damn.
What?
There's no, it's neutral.
What?
It's
That's not a
completely
neutral. That wasn't it. What did you mean?
It's neutral.
You think 6 is too high?
Who
say,
said that?
say what you think.
Who said that?
You can say what you think.
But why would I do that?
I don't know.
Well, then.
You think? What did you rate yourself? Remind me.
I rated myself a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. 6.9 on a good day. All right. Damn. What the fuck? Okay. So.
Brian is
I think-
Are you hurt, Brian? Are you hurt?
I'm sorry.
God damn.
Don't be hurt.
My humor
I'm
is
deeply hurt. I'm deeply hurt.
She is not
damn.
a 7. Oh my god.
What rate would you like? Say if you want to date a girl, like what kind of rating would you do to date her?
Like,
So, like,
what
what-
does she need?
Yeah, what does she
Yeah.
need for you?
Physical appearance?
Yeah.
Like,
What does she have to be? Like a 5, 6, 7? Like what's your
what does she have to be? I mean,
for you?
I mean, I care about more than just appearance, but like 7's good. Give me a 7. You know.
Get you a 7. And what does that like entail? Like
What do you mean? What?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Like,
What do you
I'm
mean?
just-
What do I mean? What do I mean? What do you
I'm
mean?
just asking questions. To
No.
you.
What? Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so what physical attributes does she need to be a 7? Like a solid 7. What does she need?
I mean,
for
you
that?
know it when you see it. Like, you want me to articulate the fucking jaw structure? and the-
Absolutely.
the
like
cheekbones,
I want
like,
you
us
to
a picture.
paint me a picture.
Paint us a
It could be
picture.
Giselle.
Okay. You want? I'll tell you what my type is. How about that?
No. I need like
Actually,
like,
yeah,
I need
I'm
like to a
curious.
T. Like
No, I wanna know what his
bro,
type
like
is.
her boob size, like her waist size. Like I need everything. Her shoe size. Like,
Shoe size, motherfucker. Shoe size.
I'm just
Huh?
like.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
just,
What's your type? I want to know what your type is.
You already said. Like,
Okay,
Asian.
4'11", beef curtain queen.
Beef curd.
Oh,
I like
respect.
Audis. I like
That's
Audis.
respect for sure.
5.
Most guys
It's-
don't.
But you're not gonna know if she's an innie or an outie based
Yeah, but
on
like,
I'm
Like,
gonna know.
like,
I'm gonna know the
like,
first
I-
time we fuck.
I'm talking like
No,
you
like,
see
face,
someone walking
like-
down the street.
You know what?
like, what do they look
I
like?
wish there was like data points that never,
X-ray vision?
X-ray vision.
want
Yeah,
You
that's
want
what
to
I
see
mean.
their
Hell
outies
no.
before you commit to them?
I'll ask. I'll ask. Do you have an innie or an outie? No, I like outies. Outies are good. I like innies too, but yeah,
So that's your preference.
my DMs are open. What?
Your types are like 7s with.
If her height doesn't start with a
4'11".
4, she ain't the one.
Oh.
Shorter the better. No, I'm kind of joking. Like, I do have a
He
slight
wants,
preference.
Like, a midget. Like, he
What?
wants one so
I'll date a midget. My DMs are open. I will get with a midget. Sorry, dwarf.
Dwarf,
Wait,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Little
Little
person.
Little
person.
Little person. Forgive us.
No, I'm
please.
serious. I will. I'll date a woman who's taller than me, but I would say overall I have a slight preference towards
Little people.
little
So
people.
you could dominate them in bed and like pick them
Fun,
up.
fun
like a toy?
size.
Fun size.
Fun
Yeah, there you
size.
go.
Fun
Yeah.
size.
You know, the light.
Throw
you
them up. in
Fucking
the
throw
air.
them over here.
Throw 'em-
Throw them over there.
Right.
Throw 'em through the window.
And honestly, okay, this is. Jesus Christ. I like a thick girl. Don't get me wrong. But okay, if the thighs.
What's the weight?
if the
What's the weight limit that you?
Huh?
What's
Weight.
how thick? Like,
Depends how tall she is.
depends
well,
on the weight
obviously,
that
if she's
she's in.
4'11",
What's-
then like, what's the weight she's got to be in? Like,
Probably I don't know. I'm not an
like,
expert.
are we
also
talking like
weighs more.
85 to like 4? Like,
I mean, sub 100 is good, I guess. If she's
Sub
if she's
100?
short, sure. But if she's like average height, average weight, no, I
I
shouldn't
honestly
say. I
don't
shouldn't
think
say average weight.
you can't have both. Like,
A lot of these
you're either gonna
motherfuckers-
have thick or you're gonna have sub 100.
But here's the thing.
what were you
Big,
gonna say? A lot of
okay,
these-
thighs. If the thighs are too big and she's on top, I can't like.
But if she's
Get my
lighter, it
hand
shouldn't even
around.
matter, right?
You know, because
That's like thick. That
Oh,
is
you
I don't
want to
know.
do the reach around? Oh, to
well,
her butthole?
to rubber
Oh.
rubber clit.
Wait, hold
I can't.
on. Why don't you rub it? If she's on top, you rub it
Yeah.
like this. You don't rub
Like-
it around her.
No.
What?
No. Okay, if she's on top, she's on top, right? You go around the leg. You don't go. You don't.
Wait, if she's
But
on top of
if
you,
she's on-
her pussy's right here. You can do this, like you're on the
Yeah.
bottom, like you're. Right?
You're from the front. You're saying
Yeah,
like
you do
this.
it with your thumb. Like she's on top
Like-
of you, right?
No. See, because
has
when
never,
when
like,
when the girl's on top, she's not riding. She's down here, hair pull in the ear.
Wait, reverse
She's-
cowgirl? Or is,
No,
is her butt
cowgirl.
to you?
Cowgirl.
Or is her face to you?
Yes.
Oh, you're
but
talking
she's
like
not.
she's
she's
laying
not
on
up.
your chest?
She's laying on my chest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
If she's up, you can't do the reach around anyways.
Yeah, that's why we're confused.
Yeah.
No, but she's down by my side here.
I gotta see. Okay.
So you're trying to like reach for a clit when
You
she's
read. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're
like
saying.
from
But
the
if
back
it-
or from the front?
From the
It's
back.
from the side.
From the side, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're
That's
saying.
If the thighs are
different.
too big, I can't. It's like fucking it's hard. You know.
Gotcha.
I like Anyways, I don't know.
So like how thick do you like? What's like your thick preference?
Are we talking about labia?
like legs?
Thick. The bigger, the better.
Oh, yeah?
Give me yes. I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh.
Why
You look
do
like a
this
little
guy's, like,
person,
never
so you
heard
do.
of, like-
So because little people, their weight
Have-
distribution is usually like.
So you're
pretty
not gonna have
thick.
sub 80.
No, wait. I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
talking
gonna have
about
some-
labia.
Or sub 100.
Oh, I thought
I'm
you were
talking about labia
I thought
here.
we were talking about how.
When I
thick
say
she is,
bigger
like
the
her
better,
thighs.
I'm talking about labia.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
What if she has a giant clit?
Sure.
Giant clits are just
I'm
penises,
down.
Jade.
I'm
Giant
down
clits are
for
also
it.
Penises.
That comes with the large labia, I guess.
Does it?
Not always. No, not always. No. But boobs, I don't really. Big boobs are fine. Small boobs are fine. I don't really care.
Are you a booby guy or a butt guy?
Butt
You're
guy.
a butt guy?
Butt
Most
guy.
guys are butt
I'm a
guys,
labia
I think.
guy. I'm a labia guy. You
Clearly. Like you.
Know? What women?
Chad is
what-
freaking out. Brian,
Yeah.
who are you? The fuck, man.
Yo, listen. Women can have a genital preference. They like big dicks. I like large labia.
You
Listen,
speak your truth, King.
I am.
No, it's live your truth. Like,
Listen, I think but I mean, I know we're having fun here, but I don't want to be flippant about this. It is unfortunate that women who do have outies get shamed for it. You know, you hear Arby's, roast beef, like all these terms, right? And there's dudes like who like wrongly think that if a woman has an outie, like she's been ran through. Like that's not how that works. Like you don't get an outie if you've had sex with a bunch of guys. That's not how that works. But okay, I need to use the bathroom really quick, so let's pull up a video. We're gonna react. By the way, guys, if you did not know, Jade and Kat here have a podcast, and I've curated some of their most toxic, awful clips from their most recent episodes. So we're gonna react to a few. We're gonna do soup chats. We'll get back to. I know, guys. We'll catch up on the soup chats after we watch one of the clips. So yeah, guys, they have a podcast, so check them out. The link's in the description. Yep.
they're coming.
So, oh wait, shit. Did I? Please tell me I added it. Okay, I did. Eric, can you pull up the video tab, please? Okay, we're gonna do. It's at the very top, very top, very top. Let's do. Yeah, do the first one. Why not?
I'm so excited.
When I see an Asian guy, when I see his past,
Excuse me?
and he's dating
While
a
you
lot
use the
of
bathroom, are we
different
allowed
types
to
of
pull up our
girls.
phones or?
That's a
Send
red
up
flag.
phones.
Oh, that's a red flag.
Yeah. Diversity in your dating history is a red flag.
Yeah, because they have so many types. Like they would just go for anybody,
Oh.
right? They wouldn't just go for me because Asian, right? They wouldn't
Right.
go for like a specific type. They like everybody, so they think everybody's attractive.
Oh, so they're just out here just like looking at everyone like a piece of meat out here. Okay, so it's like more competition.
I think so.
Maybe we've just misjudged white guys.
Why? Are you thinking of dating white guys now?
No, absolutely not.
We're loyal to our race. We're
Yeah.
gonna stick to our race to the day we die.
I think we are.
Asian for life.
Asian for life.
What did she say?
Asian for life. Asian for life. Yeah. Okay.
So
What do you guys base your podcast on?
Mostly like sex, relationships, dating.
Yeah. And we have like other creators come on our show and talk about this, different things, like have their hot takes on things.
Do you guys have a favorite podcast to watch, like your guys's?
I like Call Her Daddy.
Oh my god, I love Call Her Daddy.
I like Call Her Daddy. Yeah.
No, these chat people, they agree. They're loyal to the race,
Yeah. I just
Sometimes
feel
being
like
loyal is good.
I feel like if an Asian girl, for example, goes out with Brian and tolerates splitting the check and stuff, I'd feel colonized almost. It's not because I don't feel like white guys are attractive, because they are, but like I feel like there's so much underrepresentation for our own race that like why would I go out with a guy who like doesn't want to invest anything in me, who's just white and that's all he has to offer, rather than being with an Asian guy who shares my same culture, who's underrepresented and will share the same beliefs I do.
Jade?
What do you want me to say?
Oh.
About that?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she hit the point on that. Like,
Okay.
everyone has types, right? That's just my type.
Also, I feel like a lot of people, like the hot take that Jade had, a lot of them are saying that Jade was like, or that we're racist. And I don't think it really speaks to, like, I don't think it was like a racist comment. I think, if anything,
It's preference.
it's a preference, but also, if anything, it spoke to Jade being a little bit naive, thinking just because a guy has a diverse dating past, that means that they'll appreciate her less. So I feel like, if anything, it's not because Jade's racist. That's what people took it as.
Word.
Which is why I clipped it and put it up there and asked Jade if I could, obviously, because I didn't think it was a racist take by her. It was more of like a naive, funny take.
Well, I think you guys also ham it up a bit for your podcast, But so would you guys, just question, would you guys date an Asian guy? Or sorry, would you date a white guy? That's what I was going to ask.
It really depends, but from what I'm comfortable with and from what I've dated, it's been Asian guys. I think it's going to continue that way, unless a really special white guy comes in my life. I'm not going to say never.
Jade, what about you?
I just have a preference towards Asian guys.
Asian guys?
Yeah.
But have you guys dated white guys?
I grew
other-
up with Asians, so I never really been around like white guys. So no, I haven't.
You've never...
I've never dated a white guy.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not around them. I'm not
Really?
surrounded
Wow.
by them.
But I mean, you're in LA, so...
Now I'm in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever hooked up with a white guy?
No.
Not even hooked up?
No.
You've never slept with a white guy? How are you going to peg me?
I mean, I'll peg you.
Okay.
That's a different
Make an
story.
exception for you.
Guys,
you?
I'm joking. Chat, I'm joking. Okay, wow.
I just feel more comfortable with like Asians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm kidding. Eric, let's pull up the next clip. Actually, you know what? Sorry, bring it back. Let me catch up on super chats here. Let's see. Yeah, let me just get these super chats. Sorry, guys, that we took a while to get to some of these. Davon Jackson with the $10 super chat. The top 12 wealthiest women in the world made their money through inheritance or divorce. That's a real thing. I think this goes back to what we were talking about with the, marriage, divorce, finances component. So, yeah. Word. Okay.
Word. Good for
Davon Jackson with the $10 super chat. It's not about who hurt us specifically. It's about who hurt the 80% of men who wanted to remain married and were served divorce papers.
But because of what, though? You'd have to, you can't expect a woman to stay in a relationship if a guy's just cheating on her, abusing her, treating her like shit. So, that's kind of that statistic, I think, is taken a little bit out of context.
I mean, I doubt most divorces are because of abuse or infidelity.
I'm sure
like
most
it
of them
is.
are
I
because
feel
of
like
abuse.
It's infidelity.
Yeah, it's infidelity.
Infidelity
I'm
or
sure.
financial
Financial
issues.
yeah.
Also, a
It's-
lot of
It's more.
if children are involved, a lot of things stem from if a child gets sick and they're in a hospital or something like that, which
I
also
mean-
goes to financial, because that's a great financial burden. So I feel like it would either be infidelity, finances, or
finances
tragedy.
are the primary reason why there are divorces, but I mean, women just get bored.
So do
Women just
men.
get bored.
So do men.
So do men.
Like you just said,
Okay.
the older the man gets, he's gonna want to seek a younger woman. So what is a man doing with his 45-year-old wife when he has a 25-year-old down the street? You feel like you can't make one point and then disregard it in the next statement.
You got to talk into the microphone.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry. I was like actually having a conversation, but like you just said, you have men who biologically, as you stated, they want a younger woman. So what is a 45, 50-year-old man doing with his 45-year-old wife when he has a 25-year-old down the street? Like,
that's pretty rare.
I mean, okay, do you want me to say like 35, like 19-year-old, like a younger woman or a more attractive woman or a more physically fit woman or someone who piques his interest at like some point in time? Like, infidelity is a huge thing.
I mean, rates of infidelity are pretty equal between men and women.
I know, but so what we're arguing against is that like you can't expect a woman to stay because like you feel like you want to stay in the marriage. Like if she feels like, for instance, like she says that the statistic is skewed, right? Because there could be other things that could contribute to said divorce, right? And I'm saying, okay, as you just said, you have men who want to actively seek out younger women. So what's not to say that the statistic of people getting divorced is because the guy wants to cheat on her or whatever infidelity situation there's going on.
Okay, well, so like I said, men and women cheat at pretty equivalent rates. So as far as the guys want, the younger women component's kind of irrelevant. If the woman's just going to cheat with one of her coworkers, who cares about the age or whatever it is of the cheating partner? So I think infidelity is not really a huge thing. And also you have dead bedrooms in relationships, and dead bedrooms are mostly driven by women. They lose interest in sex. And so, I mean, if you want to talk about infidelity, maybe more men are likely to be pushed towards infidelity because their wives, it's a dead bedroom.
Okay,
the
but
wives
women?
don't want to have sex anymore.
Why don't
they want to have sex anymore? Like,
Because
what are
women
you doing as
lose
a man?
their sex drive.
As they get older?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But
Why?
in long-term relationships, it's less exciting.
I think that there is something to be said about that. I think you're right. Sometimes infidelity happens because of that. So couples should be more communicative about like their wants and needs sexually.
Right.
Yeah. I do think a woman has a responsibility to her husband to like, not that she owes him sex, but to be sensitive to the fact that like he is like a sexual being and to just be like communicative about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of sex is part of marriage is and even monogamous relationships, you are the sole avenue for each other to have sex. So if one person starts like their sex drive decreases, if I got into a relationship with a girl and she just stopped wanting to have sex, unless there's a very good reason, and I think this will be for both men and women, like if one partner in a relationship just loses their interest in having sex, it's probably either going to be the end of the relationship or infidelity. And women are typically the ones that you often hear men complaining that their wives don't want to fuck them anymore.
I think if you look in marriages, there's a lot of other factors specifically surrounding women as to like why they won't have sex with their husband. A lot of men, or like typically women, will kind of use sex as like initiative, like incentive to like do things around the house. Like if you're not doing dishes and the woman's always doing dishes, always doing the laundry, always like taking care of the house, like what makes her want to go and have sex with you later that night? Like put in some effort.
Okay. Wait, what? Sorry, repeat it one more time. Sorry, I was distracted by chat. Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
The entire thing?
Yeah, sorry.
I think if you're looking in marriages, women typically will use sex as incentive for men, and if they lose their sex drive, it could be because of a man not helping out around in the house or like
that's
something.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
fucking
toxic.
ridiculous.
No, they do though, but that's toxic.
That's also turning a woman on is way more than just like the things you do in the bedroom. Like women are typically like more, you're gonna see effort outside of just like, oh, I want to get laid.
Sex is an equal value exchange. Both men and women get pleasure.
No, I'm
from
saying
sex.
Typically in marriages, a lot of the times when men aren't getting laid, it's because they're not doing something. Like, they're not helping out the woman the way she needs to, like, be it like emotionally or like around the house or something in that stance where like she's not in the mood at all. Like, her entire day is ruined. She's not in the mood. She doesn't want to fuck you that night. Like, if I was working all day and I came home and the house is a fucking mess, I'm not going to be horny for you later. Like, I don't want to touch you. You piss me off.
Is this your
This is me
hypothetical stay-at-home husband?
Yeah, no, this is just this is me hypothetically like bringing to the table an example of like why I think in marriages women tend to give their husbands sex less.
Women tend to give their husbands
because they're not happy in the marriage. Because they're not happy in the marriage, so they're not horny for them.
Yeah, they're not receiving more than just like sexual pleasure.
I would say that it's more.
And then what do the men get? What are the men getting?
It's an equal relationship. That's what I'm saying. Like, women, if they're always feeling that they're doing everything around the house, if they're always like putting in work with the kids or like doing household chores and whatnot, like obviously you're not going to want to go have sex with your man later because like you're annoyed.
Yeah, that's why you need to communicate though. Like if I was like,
yeah,
okay, if
it
we were
leads back to
married,
communication.
yeah.
But I'm saying like in marriages, like that's what I've typically heard about, seen. Like a lot of examples are like women that aren't happy with what their man is doing at home, helping her out more than just physically and sexually.
So your advice to men is they should do more chores to get laid?
Have the conversation.
That's not my direct advice. That's just like me noticing a trend in marriage about men and women and why the woman may not be putting out for the man as much.
I mean, a man could be a fantastic partner and the woman can just not be attracted to him.
I gave one example though. Like that was literally just like one example.
Yeah.
Guys washing dishes are hot though.
Like if I come home to a clean house, if I just worked, it's like the same thing with a man. If he's working all day, he wants to come home to dinner being made. Like it's like a similar thing. Like
here's what I actually
all day and I come home and the house is disgusting after working all day and being tired. Like I'm not gonna want to have sex with you in a dirty house. Like if the house is clean, like I'm gonna be more inclined to have sex with you that night.
I was gonna say that I would think like the most reasonable thing that makes sense to me would be that the relationship is no longer like you're not communicating about what the other needs. Like in intercourse, you're supposed to be pleasuring each other. So say one person wants something very rough and very quick and very fast, but someone wants someone very sweet, very sensual. And so then there's a disconnect in the bedroom because it's like you want one thing and I want the other, but we both can't match each other's expectations on that. And so thus like we have people that's like, I don't even want to do anything with you because you don't want to do the things that I want to do. And even if I do things you don't like you want me to do, you're not going to match the same energy.
I think it all comes down to her point about communication.
Yeah,
like you have to communicate with
for
your
the
partner.
most part. Like that would be my the most reasonable answer to say like a dead bedroom, like you said.
I mean, men communicate often in these dead bedroom situations that they want to have sex, but
then
it's just not happening.
Well, because there's also like you put out and then you have to receive too. Like you have to give and take from that. Like
I don't think we should assume in these dead bedroom situations that the men are necessarily doing something wrong.
I'm saying both parties are. Like,
that the guy isn't a good lover.
No. Like I'm saying both parties could be equally like not a good lover or what have you, but I feel like it's just not there's no communication between what both parties want. That would be the most reasonable kind of excuse that I would have for a dead bedroom.
Here's what I think is the cause of dead bedrooms.
Okay.
Women throughout here's what I think, right? Okay. When women are young, say from like 18 to late 20s, they're dating the hot dudes, the guys who are really great in bed, the really attractive guys. Those guys are not willing to commit. When it comes time to have a family and have children, they want the reliable, probably a bit dull provider. So they settle down, or they settle for a provider, and that guy is not exciting to them the same way that the guy who's a bad boy, who's a jerk, is exciting to women. That's what I think is happening. That's why I think there's dead bedrooms in marriages.
I think there's some truth to that actually. But I think women should not lower their standards for someone that they think is just safe. Because I feel like men and women both deserve a partner that they like value and they hold to the highest esteem. That's like that's a true healthy relationship.
Yeah.
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 Like, you get married.
Nah.
You get married, Brian?
Nah, I'm not gonna get married. She'd have to probably make more than me. Okay. Let's just get. I gotta blast through these super chats just because we've got quite a few. I think we got that one. Okay, we got Mike Davis here with the $10 super chat. Something wrong in the head with most women nowadays. The only sane women seem to be Latina. No white or black women for me. Also, this group of basic girls wouldn't date Brad Pitt. Deranged. Wow, you guys wouldn't date Brad Pitt. Damn. Remember that when they said they wouldn't date Brad? Can you pull up the Mike Davis Burger King thing really quick? Boom. Look at that handsome fella. By the way, if any of you are on the East Coast, he'll hook you up with a Whopper. Nice. Okay. We got Davon Jackson here with the $10 super chat. My thing is the man should pay on the first date, but the woman should have zero judgment on where he chooses to take you. Also, these women just want a man to invest first without having to do anything. Davon, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you guys have a response?
I think he has a point. I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless the guy asks, where do you want to eat? But if he asks me on a date and he wants to choose, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Definitely.
McDonald's.
Sure. I like McDonald's. We're probably going to get McDonald's.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. And
If he gives you chicken nuggets, he's the one.
It could be a fun McDonald's date.
We got Mike Davis. Is that a COVID cough, by the way?
No,
Okay.
sorry. It's
right.
really like stuffy and kind of hot in here.
Oh yeah, Eric, can you open the door? We got Mike Davis here. Every woman who walked out of my life has been a major blessing. If an entitled woman wants me to pay, I'll take her to one of my Burger King joints and give her some leftover about to expire shit. Okay.
He hates women. Damn.
Yeah.
No. Mike Davis loves.
Mike.
Oh man.
Mike Davis. Can we pull up the Burger King image one more time?
I feel like.
Look at that. Look at how happy his female employee is.
He actually looks like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
affable.
But I
guy.
feel like his
He's a good guy.
His mother probably cheated on his father. That's why he feels that way.
Whoa,
No,
Jade.
seriously, that's
Jade.
like usually when guys hate women, that's why.
Holy moly! Wow.
Psych
Never mind. Okay. We got Davon Jackson here with the $10 super chat. Most women, even if they're the ones that ask you out, will expect you to pay.
Usually women don't ask men.
Yeah, usually women don't ask. One time, guys, check this out.
Okay.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. One time, a girl bought me a burrito.
That is so
And?
sad. I'm
And then
One time.
did you eat her pussy after?
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the
Real.
thing. Is she's a super sweet girl, but I didn't know this beforehand, but I agreed to go on the date with her. She asked me out too. She paid for the date. She was like legit proper Christian.
Okay.
And she was like waiting till marriage. And I was like, you're really sweet, but like, I'm not looking to wait. Like, I'm not looking for a one night stand either, but I'm not waiting till marriage, so.
Yeah.
Michael Trilstein with the big $100 soup chat. Oh, whoops, I pressed the wrong one. Here we go. I'm an amateur with the stream deck. Brian is hot. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. When you coming back to California, dude? We'll get you back on the show. Okay. We got Sask Finest with the Canadian $10. Do you speak French, by the way, or you're not from the French speaking?
We have to learn French in high
Tu
school.
parles français?
Petit peu.
C'est bien ça. Okay. Why do you expect us to be traditional when you are not? Good question. Good question. Go ahead. We'll ask that.
Like in the way of paying for the first date. I don't think again, my rationale isn't just like based on tradition. My rationale for guys paying on the first date is rooted in the fact that I want him to show some type of investment up front, because that's the best way for me to gauge whether a guy is interested or not in me. And it doesn't have to be a big investment, just a gesture.
I want to just add to the whole who should pay on the first date thing.
Okay.
I might have already. Did I already talk about it? I don't know. Jade, do you want to just respond?
What was the question? Something about why? Can you pull it up?
Why be traditional when you're not? Why should they be?
I think deep down rooted, I'm like an old soul. I am very traditional. I want loyalty. I want to be with one guy, and yeah, I think I am pretty traditional in that sense.
What about you? You said the guy should pay on the first date.
I think that if you're pursuing a relationship, then that should just be the first thing you do. I don't know. I've given a lot of reasoning, I feel like, since this was made.
I don't know. Modern problems call for modern solutions.
And I'm not saying that the guy's always paying 100% of the time. I'm just saying, like, first date, if you're pursuing a relationship, it's not just a hookup, it's not just friends as benefits, going out, whatever. Like, if you're pursuing a relationship, that's the traditional way to do it. That's usually the way that a relationship starts.
Are you a traditional woman?
In a relationship, yeah, I am.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, so
It really just varies. Relationship, friends with benefits, hookup, like, it just varies. I mean, like, if I'm obviously
if you're
hookup,
engaging
like,
in
I'm not really
hookups,
going out on a date.
if you're engaging in hookups, you're
going over
not
to his place and we're gonna fuck. Like, we're not going out on a date.
But okay, if you're engaging in hookups, like, you're not a traditional woman, and that's fine. That's fine, but you can't consider yourself a traditional woman if you're like hooking up regularly with dudes.
At what time point? Because, like, hypothetically, I could be messing around with other guys, but when it's time for me to settle down, like...
You're not, if you're sleeping with more than one guy at a time, you're not a traditional woman.
Right, but if I'm looking to settle down, I become that traditional... I'm ready to settle down, and, like, I'm ready to have a relationship, and I'm not screwing around with, like, a bunch of other guys.
What's the most amount of men that you've seen concurrently?
I don't know.
3, 4, 5?
Like, what's the relevancy? Like, I couldn't tell you.
Well, to assess the degree to which you're
when
traditional or not traditional.
When I'm in a relationship, it's none, so...
When you're not in a relationship, what is the most amount of men that you've concurrently been seeing?
It varies.
Just give me a number. Give me a number.
0 to 100. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Like...
All right, it's fine. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Look, I think modern problems call for modern solutions. So I don't know, the thought of giving my time, attention, resources, we're speaking about paying on the first date here, and intimacy to a woman who is sleeping with one or more
But
men
if I'm going on actual dates and I'm not sleeping around with all these other men.
No, I'm just talking about me. I'm talking about me here.
Okay.
So the thought of me giving all those things to a woman who's sleeping with another man, to me, is kind of disgusting. I'm going to say it. It's gross.
Okay.
It's gross.
Have you slept with, like, what? So are you traditional?
I mean, not totally, but I don't have, like, if I'm sleeping with a girl, like, I don't have 4 other girls, 5 other girls I'm sleeping with at the same time. There's been periods where I've maybe had a degree of overlap, maybe between 2 girls, but, like...
So you're not traditional then?
No, but overwhelmingly, like, if I'm sleeping with a girl, I'm only sleeping with her.
Okay.
And that's not because I could.
Like,
it's not because I couldn't have 3 or 4 girls on a roster. It's not because I couldn't. It's because I don't, honestly, I'm going to be honest. It's like, it takes a lot of time to be juggling a whole bunch of girls.
Right, and I feel like as long as you communicate that to your partners, then there shouldn't be an issue. Like, if a woman is communicating to you...
Are you getting cold?
A little bit.
Oh,
It's
Eric,
okay.
go ahead. Close the door.
No, it's okay. You're good.
Like, if a woman is communicating to you that, like,
Eric,
she's
close the door.
sleeping with other men...
Thank you, Eric. Go ahead.
If a woman is, like, communicating to you that she's sleeping with other men, then obviously, like, you're not going to put in that effort if you want a relationship.
Sure.
Right? But...
Okay, so let's say if somehow she reveals to me, most women are not going to reveal that they're sleeping with other men. It's done. I don't even want to do anything with you.
That's fine. That's up to you. That's completely your own personal preference.
I don't want to do anything with you.
Right. That's completely your own personal
preference.
preference.
You're free to do it, by the way. Women, you're free to do it. But
right. And that's all personal preference. It's all
that's
communication. Right.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone would like...
nobody's going to be, like, wanting... Like, if I go on a date with you and you're sleeping with 5 other women, obviously I'm not going to want to settle down in a relationship with you.
Say the same for both sides.
It just goes... It's all communicating what your plans are. If you're looking for a relationship, you're like, hey, I'm interested in you more than just sleeping with you. Like, I would be I would be looking for a relationship with you. And you would communicate that to the person that you're pursuing. And if you're not wanting that, then that's fine. That's all up to you.
But like what some guys will do is even they'll still not pursue things, but they'll acknowledge that a girl is sleeping with other guys. They'll still want to have sex with her. I don't want, like, when I say I don't want anything, I really mean I don't want anything. I don't want to have sex with you, even with a rubber. I don't want head. I don't want to cuddle. I don't want to even kiss you. It's a wrap.
Right.
Like,
That's
I don't know,
okay.
if you're not
That's
truly
completely-
single, don't waste my time. And women can feel this exact same way.
Yeah,
So it's
no,
not.
I think there are women that do feel that exact same way. But again, like, it's just what you're communicating to your partner. If two people are fine with like sleeping, it's like an open relationship. Like if two people are fine with sleeping around, then that's their own like commitment to each other. If they want to be completely exclusive, that's their own commitment to each other. Of course, it all has to be communicated. So I think it just depends.
Gotcha.
Like case by case.
Okay. Let me get these. Let's get these. All right. We got Landon Musso. Brian, give us a Paisley update. Did you guys end up hooking up after the show ended, and will she be back on a future show? A Paisley update. I mean, when. No.
Who was the girl like 2 weeks ago that was on here, and you were like,
Oh,
"Have you been
yeah.
asked out?" And she was like, "I'll ask you out right now," and she asked you out. Do you remember that?
Well, okay,
Is
so
that who
there's
we're
been
talking
like
about?
in recent, so there's been 3 girls. One girl we were talking about. Yeah, one girl asked me out live on the show.
I do remember that. Yeah.
No, we didn't go out.
What?
She was so pretty.
Well,
Bring her back.
Why
Like,
not?
that's. Are you sure?
Why did you all go
Is
out?
that cap? Did you or did you not?
Did I what?
Did you really not go out with her?
No, we didn't go out.
Why?
Do you want to?
Why is that? Why didn't you guys go out? Like, what was
I'm not gonna get into it. But okay. Then there was the girl who. Okay, I'll just answer the super chat just so I can get through them. Paisley. Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit after the show, and that was it. We got Doral here. Hey, good to see you back in chat, man. Thank you for the 9. I believe that's British pounds. Question for the ladies: what's something men can do on social media dating apps to be more attractive and get female attention?
I think putting effort into the, like, for example, on Hinge or like the dating bios, if you put a little bit of actual effort into the dating bios, I think that's a turn on, because that shows that you like put thought into it and you're not just like, here's my dick, come fuck me, you know.
I think if to really up your Instagram game, if you have one picture of you doing something you love. So for example, if the
Agreed.
guy's like playing poker, if he's playing basketball, like an action picture or like an outdoor shot really gets up there.
I agree with what Kat said. Just effort in your pictures. I feel like that really.
No fish pictures, apparently.
If fishing's something you love, but like not the only picture, like from 3 years ago, you know. So I think, okay, this is my take on guys' social medias. Be a little up to date. Like, it doesn't, like, not a couple months ago, like at least just like in the same year, please. Like, everyone changes so much, and I mean, my age at least, like, too. But stay a little up to date at least, and again, do something that you love. Also, just not every picture doing the same pose with your homeboys, okay? Like, I want some shots of just you, because if I can't tell which one you are, that's just gonna make me irritated. I have to, or at least tag your hot friends then.
Oh, a picture with a dog. Any guy with a dog.
yeah,
Yeah, dog's an actual like automatic winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that I think, yeah, doing something you love is good. Something that like you have a hobby or an interest in, something you could possibly teach.
Because that's a great conversation starter too. Like, if you want a girl to slide in your DMs, then have doing something you love, or like if you traveled, like post some pictures of you in that place, and then it's like, oh, okay, you went to Italy. I went to Italy too last year. Like, let's talk about it a little bit, you know?
Just copy Brian's Instagram. Like, you got some
What?
good. You got some good pics. Yeah, a pic
Oh.
with you laying on the bed with your dog. Like, that's.
Oh yeah, we were
That's
looking at your
the fire one.
Instagram.
Oh shit! Oh
Like,
wow!
damn, this guy got game.
No,
yeah, it was
no,
a nice
no.
picture.
Thank you guys. So this was the one we just did. My advice for what's something men can do on dating apps to be more attractive. I mean, you did ask the ladies, so I don't know if you want me to weigh in. I mean, definitely have good photos, and if you're on Hinge, write some shit. Okay, let me just get through these super chats. Davon Jackson, thank you for the $10 super chat. Men ask for a lot less from women than women ask for from men. So the things men do ask for carry more weight.
Ooh,
that's true.
That is very true.
I think that's true.
Yeah, valid.
I think women have these long, not always, but like long laundry lists of things, whereas men, like, honestly, just loyal, be hot, don't be annoying. That's kind of be feminine, like
get their dick sucked.
Yeah.
Fellatio once in a while.
Guys are simple.
I think that's
Yeah.
that's reasonable. That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
They just want to have morning head every morning and get fed, and guys are happy.
Michael, morning head.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't like women sleeping over.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
Even if you like
either.
them, even if you love them, you don't like them sleeping over?
Honestly, even
Because they snore, right?
no, not because I did have a girlfriend that snored like fucking insane. Like it was never again. But no, most women, that's not the primary reason. It's just I really value my sleep, and like if you're sleeping next to someone, for me, I don't know if it tends to be kind of distracting, I guess. And I have difficulty sleeping in the same bed as someone, so
I do too.
yeah. So
I feel that. Or just you fall asleep first.
even then, they're gonna wake me up.
I get it.
Yeah.
But morning head is good. Like a lot of guys, like, cause you get hard in the morning. And don't you fap in the morning?
No,
When do you fap? At night?
I don't really masturbate.
At all?
Rarely.
Like you're doing the no fap challenge?
No, just
No, not November.
if I got a girl in the picture, I don't really need.
So when was the
I don't
last time you
masturbate.
jacked off?
I don't know, 2 months ago maybe.
When was the last time you had sex?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Why not?
Why?
I'm not answering that.
You've
on,
asked so
Brian.
many personal questions.
No.
Start
I will
I think
not.
you had sex yesterday.
Yesterday.
Why is he?
Because you're glowing. He's glowing. He's red and
Nah, I don't.
blushing.
Listen, I am a man of God.
Yeah.
I am a man of God.
Sir celibacy over here.
Yeah.
You're probably with a girl. Like you're dating someone right now. I'm guessing.
I don't know. Listen, anyways, moving on. Well, I'm single, you know. Okay. No. We got Michael Tristine here with the $100 soup chat. Kiki, do you love me?
No.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, Michael. She just rejected you. Okay. We got Michael Tristine with the $10 soup chat. I actually slept with the... she's in the bathroom. With the chocolate on the panel. She said I wasn't as big as her other... Wait, what?
You gotta wait for this one for when she comes back out.
Okay, we'll pull that one back up, Michael. Did this 304 really say we should stay lonely? Oh...
I didn't say we should stay lonely. I hope you don't. I hope you don't stay lonely, but there's nothing wrong with being lonely. I'm not telling you to be miserable.
By the way, go sub to her OnlyFans. See, you're what's the term for it? You're conflict of interest.
I'm biased, right? You think I'm biased?
It's a conflict of interest for you to say, men, it's okay to be lonely. By the way, here's my OnlyFans. Coupon code, whatever. Okay. Michael Tristine with the shout out to my friend Waifu Watchers. All his wives are from anime and will never age. A man of culture. Michael Tristine, thank you for the $10 soup chat, man. Much appreciated. We should have had one of the girls wear the ahi gao hat. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Wait, can you demonstrate? Jade?
Oh, she's a pro. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we have a super chat specifically for you.
Oh Lord, let's see what it is.
He says, I actually slept. I don't. This is. I don't even know if I should say. Do you want to read it?
No, not really.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Michael Tristine getting me in trouble over here. We got this one. We got Doral. Thank you for the 9 British pounds. Appreciate it, man. Would these ladies find it attractive for a man to cold approach them in public, gym, mall, coffee shop? Yeah, we can ask that really quick. I mean, these are all kind of different environments. Like gyms, I feel like is a no-go, but. Anyways, go ahead.
I feel like that's one of the situations where like superficial looks do matter the most. So it really depends on whether or not I find him attractive. But I will never like think less of a man for approaching me in public.
Okay.
I like that. I wish more men do that. It's like I find it very brave, and I respect them more if they did.
I don't mind whenever someone talks to me or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Except for the gym. The gym's my time.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
The gym, but otherwise it's fine.
Wait, Jade, I have a question.
Unless I'm like finishing my workout.
Are you full Asian, or like half white, half?
I am half white, half Chinese.
Half white, half Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you date a half white, half Asian guy, or do they need to be pure blooded?
I feel like the mixed people are kind of like crazy, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, like they're really fucked up, like personality wise, I feel.
So you're talking about yourself right now?
Yeah, me too.
Because you're half, right? So.
Yeah, I'm included. I feel like growing up as a child, like I think a little differently. I feel like mixed people have like they're little something up with them.
Interesting.
So I feel like in my acting school, all the mixed kids are like, they always do the psychotic characters. So I feel like I wouldn't date a mixed person. I'd be open to it, but I prefer Asian. Yeah.
All right, we got Michael Trilstein here with the $10 soup chat. I have 2 girlfriends, they're perfect 10s. Hashtag top 2, hashtag free Tiger King, hashtag free Joe Exotic. Also, someone put on the MAGA hat to watch Brian squirm. Okay. Thank you, Michael Trilstein. Mike Davis with the $10 soup chat. Delusional confidence. No wonder her relationship ended due to insecurity. She don't believe she had 10, 6.5 max, and that's on. It's unfortunate that she walked out right when I started reading this. Yeah. Can we pull up the Burger King photo again? Sorry, Mike Davis. What's in that bag, by the way? Is it the Whopper? What you got? Okay. We got Michael Trilstein with the $10 super chat. With all due respect, your deep voice takes you down a few points. I don't know who this is directed towards, but Inborn X with the $10 super. Jade, cute as fuck. Would take her out if I had money.
Wow. Take her out with the $10 you just spent on
chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Can you give him a little wink? There we go. Boom.
That was good. That was good.
Nice.
That's like your signature look.
He gave the little winky emoji. So we got Lukewarm with the $10 super chat. Instead of rating 1 to 10, should ask to rate as percentile on bell curve. It requires acknowledging attractiveness relative to others. I have no idea how I would do that, but that's a good idea, good suggestion. We have Leonardo NoCaprio with the Canadian $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women, 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were. It's called hoflation, and it's destroying Western men's desire to provide and protect. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Yeah, I do think that what men have to bring to the table, I think, is a bit more nowadays than in the past. For men to be appealing in today, I think they have to bring a lot more to the table and have their shit together a lot more. And what are they getting in return? Jade? Okay. Michael Trilstein with the $10 soup chat. Roast beef roast. Brian, stop the cap. Michael Trilstein, how dare you, sir? How dare you? I'm a man of the people. Like I said, it's unfortunate that women get shamed for if they got large labia. My DMs are open. Okay. We got, yep. Mike Davis with the $10 soup chat. Let these Asians stick with Asian men. Oh my God. Honestly, they need some love. Walking around San Francisco got to be torture for Asian men. No wonder the Golden Gate got layers of Jesus Christ.
What does that mean?
Like the Asian men are throwing themselves off the Golden Gate Bridge because they don't get anything.
Well, I think it's San Francisco.
I do think Asian men are definitely struggling more when it comes to dating.
I think it's becoming better now, though. I think maybe 10 years ago.
Is that like a K-pop thing?
Yeah, I think Asian culture is becoming more and more accepted, so I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's going the right way.
Yeah, I think like, I don't know, a lot of like outside their race, a lot of women will say like, I wouldn't date an Asian guy, and I think that's Asian men are fucking lit.
Yeah, they are lit. They are.
I mean, I haven't dated one, but like, I don't know. Anyways.
There's a lot of like misconceptions about men, including dick size and stuff that are just not true.
And I don't know, like. And I hope this doesn't come off like stereotypical or racist, but I do think that like Asian culture is, for example, the divorce rate in Asian families is much lower. They're Asian.
That's very true.
They're more likely to go to college, more likely to graduate from college, more likely to have stable careers, less likely to be criminals. So like I look at that, I'm like,
that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a W.
So it's like, what's going on? Or is it a more traditional family structure? I don't know. It's maybe you guys can speak to that. Why you think that there's these sort of differences between.
Well, that's just in Western culture. I think Asian men are emasculated within the context of Western culture. Like, even our beauty standards are very different. If you look at a male who's very attractive by Western beauty standards, that's completely different from what's attractive in the East. So obviously, like pop culture and media, Asian men are not going to like be portrayed as attractive. Historically, they've been like the nerds, the dorks, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's a large part of it. If you go to Asia, I mean, Asian men are very in demand in Asia.
Well, yeah.
Because that's where they're from, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a lot of male Asian friends, and they've told me, like, yeah, I struggle to find women outside of my race that are attracted to me, or that are like, so, and I think that's unfortunate. But, okay, Michael Trilson with the $10 super chat. She just rationalized women not giving their husband the box. Invest in Chewy. Guys,
What's Chewy?
I believe that was directed to you.
Yeah, probably.
Chewy is a pet food company and online company. I think they're on the stock market. So basically, there's going to be a lot of cat ladies is what he's getting at. So invest in Chewy because...
Oh, wow. Oh, I get it now. I thought he was like an investor in Chewy. He wanted to like inflate the stock prices. I get it. I already I have 2 dogs. I'm going to be a cat lady one day. It's fine.
Meow mix. Okay. Got Michael Trilstein here with the $10 super chat. A beach. Back off, my guy, Mike. Watch your tone. Know your lane. Not sure who this is directed towards, but yeah.
Probably me. Everyone was like, oh my God, she's so passive aggressive. I was like, damn, you guys can't take the heat at all.
Well, I don't know. Someone was talking shit to Mike Davis. I don't know. Michael Trilstein, thank you for the $10 super chat. Very traditional, hitting your man, L Beach. L, who attacked my friend Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you try to hit Mike right to the moon. Alice, who's he talking to? Is it because of you? Because you were...
Yeah, because you said that Mike's...
Yeah.
What?
You were
I thought it was because you got in a fight with you beat up a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hurt him too bad.
Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 super chat. I don't hate women. I just recognize that the vast majority are oh my God, are blood-sucking mosquitoes, leeches that bring no... Oh, okay. Well, Mike Davis, I don't know about that one. Put respect. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. We love women here, Mike Davis. We got love for women.
Fuck women.
His mom definitely cheated on his dad.
We're not going to marry him. We're not going to marry him, but we're going to love him. Okay. And lastly, we got Michael Trilstein here with the $10 super chat. Paisley smashed Brian after the show. He told me not to tell you guys. Sorry, bro. Come on, Michael Trilstein.
Man.
That did not happen. Come on. No. Yeah, but nothing. No, there was nothing. Okay, guys, get your last opportunity to get some super chats in because we are going to wrap here pretty soon. Let's react to just a few more videos. Actually, before that, sorry, I want to open it up to you guys. Any final thoughts or questions, if either for me or for the panel or for chat, if you want to ask anything.
Are you actually going to answer them?
Oh, you got some questions? Okay, go ahead.
Well, we had a question earlier and you didn't answer it.
Oh, what is it?
When was the last time you had sex?
Oh, I'm not answering that.
Why don't you want to answer it?
Because I'm a man of God. I'm a very discreet individual. I do not kiss and tell. I offer my discretion to my partners. So, what? When's the last time you had sex?
Well, why would I answer it if you haven't?
You go first.
I asked you first.
What?
Valid, very valid.
Yeah, I asked you first. Come on.
Okay, well, I'm not going to answer. So I mean.
So then I won't answer.
That's fine. Does anybody else want to answer? Jade, last time you had sex?
Damn. Honestly, it's been a while.
Come on, Jade. Come on.
No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully soon.
14?
I think I'll have sex soon. I think I'll have sex
Was
by
it
Thanksgiving.
A fortnight
I'm
ago?
gonna have sex by Thanksgiving.
Put it in the
You'll
universe.
have sex by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope.
Is
so.
there a handsome Asian man?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Putting
I
it
think I
out.
know which one it is. I saw the clip.
Oh, not him. He has a girlfriend.
I'm not even. We might not be talking about the same person.
No, the guy I kissed.
No.
Oh.
Wait. So, but do you want to answer when the last time was? You said a fortnight. 14. 12. Wait. Fortnight is 14 days.
No, I don't know what a fortnite is.
It's 14 days ago.
Oh no,
Longer.
probably longer.
A month. 2 months. 3 months.
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kat, what about you?
2 nights ago.
Okay.
No answer.
Okay. 18 years ago. Wait.
Wait,
no,
what?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I mean, no. I meant. I didn't mean.
Let's just
Interesting.
continue on.
Are you sure you don't want to answer? If you answer, I'll answer. Come on.
Answer. Come on, Brian. You got this.
No,
Don't
I'm
be
not,
shy.
I'm not gonna answer. I'm not answering
Don't be
that.
shy, dude.
Okay, can you answer my question?
What's up?
Are you in a relationship currently?
Yes,
Has
he
it-
is
Oh my
because
God,
he
yeah.
scratched his nose. Oh my god.
What was that?
A pellet gun?
Did
Like-
someone throw something? What the fuck?
A rock?
Uh,
That sounds like a
s-
rock.
Did something fall?
I think
No.
I thought it was something that.
I thought
I think something from outside.
Fell.
I think
Really?
those are harder than bottle.
Yeah, a little harder than a bottle. I thought something fell.
Stream sniper.
Interesting.
What
They're
the
coming for you,
fuck?
Brian. They're
Like,
coming
that
for
was
you.
some crazy shit right
Hold on.
Is my
Could-
head safe right now?
You're fine. You're fine.
Bro, there's like a red
Probably
dot
a
right here.
stream sniper. It's all good. Okay. So final thought or question, Jade.
You didn't even answer my question.
What was your question? I'm not answering that. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Okay, lame.
This is crazy.
What? Well, what are your red flags?
Oh, yeah. What's like a number one deal breaker?
What are my red flags?
Say she's a 10,
Yeah.
but she doesn't give blowjobs. What is she now?
Like an 8.
Okay.
That's
It's-
not a-
I guess you don't like blowjobs that much.
No, I do. I really like head, but it's not. That wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I'd be kind of a bit disappointed, but I mean, if the sex is still good, like I wouldn't need it. But if I can get the girl I want and she's likes that, then that's good. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, oh my God, Jesus Christ, these comments. So, red flags. Okay, so I'm trying to think here. Sorry, that noise fucking threw me off, guys. It was like super loud.
So late. I'm so tired.
Okay, say
Body
okay.
high body count.
Okay.
I'd say high body count
That's
is
valid.
red flag.
Yeah, that's valid.
High body count is a red flag. That's the big one for me. Yeah.
What if she chews with her mouth open
I don't care.
and she makes like really loud noises?
That's fucking hot.
Really?
Send her
If
my
she's
way.
like-
Send her my way. The head's gonna be good. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, I'd say body count is the big one, and then excessive vanity is a big one, and then just like really quarrelsome. Someone who's very argumentative. That's a wrap. I want a girl to bring me peace. Peace is like the biggest fucking thing for me. I don't want a girl that's gonna be a headache. And most guys like feel the same way.
Do you rather have a boring girl or like a crazier girl?
Give me a boring girl.
Oh yeah.
I want a boring,
That's
boring,
interesting
boring,
take.
boring. Yeah.
I know. I feel like most men like fuck with the crazy.
No,
Low-key.
no. We don't want, men don't want crazy.
Some do.
They want
No,
No,
some
guys.
do.
crazy.
Some
do. Some
fuck
do.
up the crazy.
There's
They be loving it.
exceptions.
Some of them.
No, we would rather err on too dull than too like crazy or exciting.
It depends if he's like an introvert or extrovert, because I feel like the shy introverted men like a little spice in their life, and like the extroverted men want like a normal girl. Yeah. So I feel like you're more of the extroverted type.
You think I'm more extroverted?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty introverted.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little bit of both. Like
Yeah,
you have
I think
sides
I
to
might
it.
be a bit in the middle. Yeah, but yeah, I prefer pretty like super mellow women. Like, not to say I don't like. I mean, a woman's humor is pretty low on the totem pole in terms of what I value in a partner. It's if she's. I don't know how do I frame this. I'd say I prefer like pretty demure women.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts or questions?
Brian wants to be pegged.
Jesus Christ. Wait, actually on the topic of body count, since I brought it up, do you guys think body count should matter?
No.
No? Into the mic.
Sorry. No.
I think it matters.
We're going to wrap soon.
Yes.
You think it matters?
Yes.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. So
For
you
girls
said,
and guys, like both ways.
Yeah.
you said it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You said it doesn't matter.
No.
You said it matters. You said it doesn't matter. What's your body count?
Hold on. Wait, why does it matter? I want to know like why the different opinions, because usually I hear about like it not mattering, so I want to know why you think it does matter.
Oh, you want to know why I think it matters?
Yeah.
Because like, say you're interviewing a person, and you see like a lot of jobs on their resume, like you wouldn't want to hire that person. Rather, if they had like 1 or 2 consistent jobs for like 3 to 5 years, I would rather hire that person.
I think they're very completely different.
I mean,
I prefer a guy with a lower body count because I don't know, it's just
Really?
yeah.
Because I feel like most women care less about body count. There's definitely women that do care about it, but I feel like most women like
I
don't
just
really
prefer
care.
my man to be like more traditional and have like
Okay.
less like girls in his
Sure.
life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your question, hold on. I'll answer why body count matters, but what's your body count? If body count shouldn't matter, what's your body count?
What if I said it was 1? I still don't think it matters.
What?
Like, are you asking me that because I said it doesn't matter? So you're like, oh, she has a high body count.
No, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm seeing if you're open with sharing your body count. If it doesn't matter, then
I'll
you
give
should
a
be
range.
okay sharing it.
I'll give like a range.
Okay, what is it?
0 to 20. That's a decent range.
0 to 20. So you're either a virgin or you've slept with 20 men by the time you're 18. That's not a good range. You can just say what your number is. You said body count shouldn't matter, right?
Right.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
3.
Okay. That's the truth?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable. You asked me this before, and then, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly don't really know, but it's probably somewhere between like 21 to like 25.
Okay. Jade?
I honestly I smoke a lot of weed, so I forget.
You forget?
I forget. Like I don't keep track.
What? Do you have a range?
I'd say like probably like 11 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
11. All right.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
Okay. Okay, your question was why body count matters. I mean, I want to wrap here pretty soon, so I won't get into all the nitty gritty, but I'll give you a few.
Okay.
STDs, baggage and or trauma. The more previous relationships you've had, the more people you slept with, the more likely you're going to bring baggage and or past trauma to the new relationship. As your body count starts increasing, you start chipping away your ability to pair bond with a future partner. So your ability to fall in love, your ability to really, really bond with that person. If you've slept with 100 people before that, you're not going to really be able to bond with someone.
Why not?
Because you're like jaded by like so many different types of people.
The
like
baggage.
you had sex with so many people, then
And
it's just not as
But if sex
meaningful
is just
to you.
on a physical level,
But it's
you can
not as
still
meaningful to you.
I disagree.
So sex is purely
Sex-
physical to you? There's not an emotional or
if sex
intimacy
is-
component?
Sex is definitely emotional when you want it to be emotional. But I think you can definitely choose when you want it to be emotional and
I
when you
agree,
don't.
yeah.
If you, like, having sex with some random person is completely different than having sex with someone you're invested in emotionally. I think it's completely different. It's a completely different type of sex, and it feels completely different.
I mean, you are sort of compartmentalizing there, but when you start detaching intimacy from sex, when you have sex with guys that you don't care about, or when you have sex with partners that you don't care about, and then when you are in an intimate, serious, long-term relationship, you have started to detach the value that you put on sex. You've detached some of the intimacy from it.
I disagree with that.
That's fine.
Like, is that based on what? Like, is that like an actual fact, or is that like your opinion?
Well, it's just like the way you view and value sex. If
So it's
you
your
only have
opinion.
sex with people you're in long-term relationships with, and by the way, you're free to do whatever you want, but I mean, and they have done studies on this. So yeah, you're rewiring your brain towards short-term pleasure seeking. In the same way, if you've scrolled through TikTok for 3 hours and then you sit down and try to read a book, good luck. You're fucking up your attention span. So in the same way that if you're sleeping with a whole bunch of guys and it's not serious, you've got a 50-50 body count, you've detached the pair bonding, you've detached intimacy from the act.
But I think that you're still able to find intimacy. Intimacy is more than just sex. Like, I think you're still able to find intimacy with a partner that you want to find that intimacy with. Like, if I'm having meaningless sex with whoever I want to, which is completely fine, and that's completely my business, and then I get in a relationship with a guy, and I'm actually, like, emotionally, I am interested in this guy emotionally as well, then I think that's intimate in my eyes. Like, and that brings the intimacy into the bedroom, is being emotionally into it.
I don't know. I mean, if your past is you've had 30 sexual partners, none of them were relationships. They were all one-night stands, or like you hooked up 2 or 3 times, and now all of a sudden you want to get into a relationship with someone. It's just your view on sex is just you've retrained your brain towards short-term pleasure seeking. What, you know? Why are you laughing?
Agree.
I don't necessarily think that having like non-intimate sex keeps you from having intimate sex in the future.
Yeah,
But I do kind of see what you're saying about like maybe like the trauma and and having baggage maybe a little bit, but I don't think. I mean, you can say that. Sorry, but you can say that about like other types of trauma too. It's like, oh, if she's from like a bad family and I want to be with her because she like has a So I think it's reasonable not to want to date someone who has baggage, because like, why would you? If you're not willing to be a good boyfriend and take on that type of responsibility, it's good for you to be honest about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's on the topic of baggage. If someone's had 50 previous partners, like my view is like the moment that something goes wrong in the relationship, like your instinct might be like, new dick, new answers. I'm just going to go get another guy. So whereas if you have fewer partners, then you're more likely to be willing to stick it out with that person.
I can see the logic behind it, but I think that's pretty general. Like it's like a generalization that I don't think is like true necessarily.
Well, I think what's going on with dating now, because we have so many options, that's why people aren't getting into relationships. There's always that other shiny object over there. Someone better is just a swipe away. So I mean, outside of sex, people just have so many options. So I don't know. That's why people are just not committing. So I'll give you a few more. I'm trying to.
Brian, what's your body count?
I'm a man of God. I do not disclose.
I mean, we answered.
What is
I don't share that, because I think body count matters. That's why I don't share it. Okay. So it's between 0 and 150.
I think you got a high body count.
Really? You think I have a high body count?
Yeah.
Why do you think that, Jade?
I think you just slay women.
You think I slay women?
I think you slay women.
Why do you say that? Why do you think that?
I feel like you have a lot of game. You can like talk really well, and you do your pickup stuff. So
you think I have game?
I feel like it's easy for you.
You think I have game?
Yeah.
Don't start blushing.
I don't know. You know.
I mean, you do like the date thing, and like 50%, like it's a numbers game for you.
Wait, Eric, can you pull something up so I can show? You're gonna have to open up the folder. It's in the Dropbox folder, Eric. And guys, we're gonna wrap in 5 minutes here. Oh. So okay, you think I have game?
I think your body count's like 50.
Okay, Eric, open up the Hearthstone file.
You're a high elo king.
I don't know.
High
Never
elo
mind. I'm
king?
just a fucking nerd. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. The high elo thing.
Okay, we're gonna move on from the body count thing. Let me get these soup chats. I do want to react to more. Can we get you guys back on the show? Because I want to react to the other videos, but we've gone really long. So.
Yeah, our backs are hurting.
Okay, we got. Yo, Alex Mack, thank you for the $10 soup chat. Joni loves Chachi. Ben Stiller. Okay, thank you, Alex Mack. Man up, Brian. Give the crazy ones a chance. Nah, give me a dull girl. See, I feel like that's the difference between men and women is, like, there'll be dudes who are criminals that y'all are attracted to.
No, I like my men boring.
Yeah, I like nerdy guys.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Anyways, okay, Joe Proper, thank you for the $10 soup chat. Love the Asian in blue. Hit me up if you're single. Great show, guys. Okay, you're probably gonna have to hit her up, my friend. But her DMs are open, and her OnlyFans. Is there a coupon? I don't know. Deral, thank you for the 18 British pounds. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Any chance of Chase being a permanent co-host? I don't know. I would like to bring him on more frequently, but Chase has his own business. I think he'd be a great addition, but I don't. And me and Chase disagree on a couple things. I don't know.
That's good.
Maybe. So potentially, but I think he has his own business going on, and just yeah. Bye, Jade.
Bye. I love you.
Nborn X, Brian's body count is 75. Wow. Goddamn. Can you pull up let me see if I can get Dave On's here really quick. So many super chats. I might have to add the Asians as co-hosts. They have names, okay?
We're just the Asians, too.
The Asians. Yeah, they have names. It's Jade and Kat. Okay. Let me grab this last super chat here from our boy. It's not even showing up. What's that? The one from Davon? Yeah. Oh, weird. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Davon Jackson, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Body count for me matters because if it's high, that means you have a habit of putting yourself in positions to get ducked. That's not the habit I want in my future wife. Word. Guys, we're tired, guys. So we're, should we, one last video?
Yeah.
Do you consent?
Me?
Yeah.
Why is it all on me?
Oh, no, you got your purse strap on. You're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Everyone's tired here. It's getting late, guys. Let's do one more from the Girls Gone Wild podcast.
Wireless.
Oh, sorry.
Wireless.
Yeah. I'll pull up the video tab, Eric. Let's do the pharma one. Yeah, here we go.
Pharmacist on what? Coffee Meets Bagel?
Yeah, it's great. And then I flopped on him. Like, hey, I'm a little tired today. I don't want to play basketball with you anymore.
Damn, what does he look like?
Can
Is
you
he cute?
boost the audio,
I mean,
Eric?
he's like a very tall Asian guy, like regular.
How tall?
190 centimeters. So that's like 6'4".
That's pretty good, Jade. And you flopped on him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's how you play the game.
Oh, God, fuck.
They gotta
flop on
chase
more
you.
guys.
They gotta chase you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to be more like
And I'm not that interested in him, honestly.
Rip. Can we get some RIPs in the chat for the 6'4" Asian Chad pharmacist? So, just curious, like, when you say flop, is that flake? When you flop, like you flaked on him?
Yeah.
Why did 6'4" pharmacist?
Yeah, that's
damn.
Honest, like height's not.
That's a catch. I agree with you.
Height
on
doesn't
that.
matter to me.
What about
Jade
your
is more like
babies?
a cat. She's not the anti-simp.
She's the anti-simp.
She's anti-simp. It's like
Okay.
very opposite.
Yeah.
She's like a cat and like a dog.
Yeah.
Damn. But Jade, you're curving 6'4" pharmacist.
But also he was like trying to like feed you. Like it was very clear that he was just trying to like get you like wasted and like
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't. It was creepy.
Like
that's
you
pretty weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking weird. Yeah, that's a yikes from me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
But you flaked on him.
Yeah.
God Terrible, Jade.
I mean, he could have someone else that wants him for his height, you know? Like, I'm saving him for someone else.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to wrap up there. I want to give a big thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. I want to give a big thank you to the wonderful panel. Sorry that we went a little bit late here, guys. The conversation was just so
sexy,
scintillating, and
Amazing.
and I really appreciate it. We had some good back and forth there, guys. So thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for
guys
having us.
for tuning in tonight. You could have been doing anything else, but you were here with me. I appreciate that. We will be live again Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Guys, like the video and leave a comment on your way out for the algorithm. Thanks again to the panel. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.